I
I don't really
switched
care
over
about Google spying on me. I just care about how much fucking GPU it takes up.
Google
I don't really
spying
care
on
about
me
Google
through my
spying on me. I
phone
just care about how
anyway.
much fucking
Facts.
GPU it takes up.
But yeah, I switched over
I
from
don't really care about Google
Firefox
spying
after
on me. I just care about how
anyway.
much fucking
Facts.
GPU.
Became a massive resource hog, and I couldn't do anything on my computer.
Yeah, see, Chrome's like that for me. And I switched to Firefox because it's less.
I mean, yeah, I used to use Firefox, like some 5 years ago or whatever, but now, like, everything I have is on Chrome, and I just cannot be bothered.
Yeah, I feel that.
I know that you can export, like, most of your settings, but also I don't want to do that.
I mean, I also still use Internet Explorer because my work VPN is glitchy on everything else.
Oh god, that's painful.
Oh, I know, like, the university, like, website, I have to fucking use Internet Explorer too, or it gets a little wonky.
Isn't it like Edge now or something?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's the same thing. It's still
Yeah,
stuff.
it's just it
It's
just
just a
looks
new
different.
name.
It's the same fucking shit.
Microsoft Edge.
I don't know why. If they were gonna like rebrand it, they could at least make it look nicer, but it still looks like shit, honestly. And it works like shit. So.
Yeah, it really does.
Did anyone here use Opera?
I used to use Opera.
Oh yeah,
I used to
when I
use
was
Opera
like
when I was in
in
high school.
middle school. Yeah.
I used it when I had my old laptop, but then my old laptop took a huge shit and I switched. I still think it's because of
Using
Opera.
my gaming laptop just to run fucking Chrome.
Nice.
Okay, are we
So
all?
how do we
we're
play
all.
this game?
Yeah, we're all here. Yeah, we'll find out. I read
alright.
some new rules, so I'm sure it'll be maybe easier or not.
While the rest of you find out how this game works, I'm gonna work on my drive.
Okay.
Oh my god, David.
Please.
Great. Yeah.
This is
No,
fine.
don't worry. Don't worry. My plot right now is like I've got something for everyone, and then like David's character is just like question mark, question mark, question mark right now.
It's what he deserves.
Relatable.
Eventually, we'll get it. We'll get there. Don't worry, it'll be long. It'll be a while for now.
He'll just
I'm sure you'll be able to fill out those question marks in the next 5 minutes.
Okay, well, the next 5 minutes we're gonna be playing the game. So...
Yeah, so we'll be good to go for the session after that.
God. Okay, well, I guess to stall for some time, can someone tell me what happened last time we played? If anybody remembers.
We murdered some people.
We hacked some things, and we snuck into a warehouse with which was like a giant fridge. It was like a meat packing thing, but it was people, organs.
Like a giant freezer.
Yeah, people packing.
It's like a bunch of organs.
That's the word that I was looking for.
Hiding in pizza boxes.
Yep.
And then, yeah, I think we basically just like snuck into the warehouse. Next did like some video feed or camera feed hacking things. And then we snuck in, we murdered a bunch of people.
All the people.
No big deal.
Yeah, I think the job was like to kill everyone in the warehouse.
Yep.
So we succeeded with that. And then I think Rio like attacked the mech on our way out and missed.
He tried to.
Yeah, missed big time.
Yeah, and then we found like a cipher/code thing that we weren't, or that at the moment we don't know what it means.
That we all forgot to spend our downtime on.
Yeah, we forgot that existed.
I'm tempted to make it like a group project for you guys, so it's not like one person doing it, in case someone has like an extra downtime, because you guys have so much downtime.
To be fair, I mean, I was super dying on all accounts.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Use all of them.
We learned that we probably shouldn't do group checks for mechs.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Because if you fail, then it just like completely screws you over.
Yep.
And then yeah, we did a bunch of downtime stuff.
Yeah, lots of downtime stuff. Guys worked on some of your drives Actually got pretty decently far on one of them
I
from
almost completed one.
session 1.
Oh
No
yeah.
big deal. Fine. I'm not sweating. And a couple other drives we worked on too. But I think that about wraps up a summary. Thank you for doing it for me because I forgot.
Nice.
You're fine. You have a lot of other work to do anyway, so
Very true. It's very true. So if we're all ready, Freddy.
Are we?
Yes. Yes.
I'm trying to
Yes.
figure out how my character sheet works.
Okay, sure. Take your time.
Namely, where the hell I put these connections.
Did you? I told you. I don't know. The connections are clocks, and then your beliefs are in your bio, or wherever you want to put them. I don't care.
That-
As
that's
long as
why
you
I
have
was
them written
fucking
down.
around with the clocks.
All right. Keep fucking around. I'm gonna get started. All right. So, it has been about. You guys had like maybe a week to work on to fix up your robots and your bodies. So you've had like a week ish of time to do some things, and after that, it kind of slowed down a little bit. You were successful enough in your last mission that you didn't really need to make up for any time, so you had a little bit of a break. But after about 3 days of probably doing jack shit or streaming or doing your idle things, whatever you guys do, actually before I start, what does your forward operating base look like, and also where is it?
think one, yeah.
Yeah, what's that? It can like literally be anything. We didn't establish this.
It's a concept.
It's just vibes.
The mind
I mean,
power.
it can like be in space. It can be on a planet. It can be on a moon. I would say it probably has to be near like Oasis and Exocentral, but I want to like maybe know what it looks like. Do you have any ideas?
What if it
So what?
is the AKB theater, but also with like a gaming cafe attached to it for Nyx?
That rolls.
Amazing.
I just
Love
walked
it.
by a new video game cafe like 20 minutes ago, and I need to go now.
Oh, that's what
Time to
that's
go.
the front. The front
Yes.
of your.
I mean,
So
let's
is it just
go.
like is it just
Instead
like
of
in
a
the middle
ghost
of a city?
brothel, it's a gaming cafe.
God. So it's like a theater and a gaming cafe attached to each other. That's
Yes.
tight. Okay, so is it like in the middle of a city? Like on like a
Probably,
street?
yeah.
Cool.
Probably.
Okay,
And like a busy
great.
street.
Yeah,
Like it's a lot of traffic.
sounds good. I'm sure you can find somewhere to store your robots in downtown. Maybe you have like a
Like a
underneath
underground
your
tunnel
theater or
something
something.
that like
Yeah.
leads to the outside
Yes.
of the city.
Mhm.
Very top secret.
Yeah. Very top secret. Only you and a whole company know about it. So okay, so you're all hanging out in Kwangya in the theater, in Kwangya Theater.
Yes.
And it's been about 3 days. So you've kind of had time to just hang around and not do a whole lot. Maybe spend some extra cash or do whatever the fuck you guys like to do. But after that 3-day mark kind of ends, there's on an afternoon there's a knock on the front doors of the theater. A fairly loud knock because it's a theater and it echoes. Yeah. There's a big old knock on your theater doors, and if no one comes to answer it, then he's just gonna come in.
Yeah, I'll go and answer it.
Great. You open up the door, and Suho's standing right there, in the flesh this time, in his perfectly tailored suit and his perfectly coiffed hair, looking as sharp as ever. And he says,
His hair is too coiffed.
too perfectly coiffed. And he says, afternoon. I hope I wasn't barging in on anything. I wanted to. Well, can I come in?
Of course, we weren't expecting you, but I think everyone's here. Gang, our boss is here. Where are you?
Look, this place sure does echo. I forgot about that.
We
Yeah.
float in.
Playing.
Everyone floats in.
There's no gravity here. You all float. No.
Well, I
I
do,
am.
but I am in the plural.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. I forgot.
I am walking downstairs. Still with like my VR gear on. I have walked the stairs enough to do this, even blind.
Nice. You memorized exactly where the turns are on the
Yeah.
staircases.
Right. I'm assuming Rio's still a little busy, so okay, he's here.
He's figuring out how his character sheet works.
Yes.
Suho leads you guys or meets you guys probably like I think he sits on the stage of the theater and kind of swings his feet.
He would.
He likes to feel powerful. And once you guys are all gathered about, he says, I hope you guys haven't gotten too bored sitting here doing nothing for the past 3 days, because things are going to change, at least for the time being. I have a job for you all. And it's a little bit of a strange one because I'm not really the one. Well, I am commissioning you to do this, but I'm also not. It's strange. I'll get into it. So, hold on to your tails because some of you have them. There's. Are you guys all aware of the planet right next door to Oasis? And you guys would be aware of it. It's a gas giant. One further back away from your star, it's a gas giant, and you know it to be called Asylum. And he says there's a moon orbiting that planet that, well, all the moons orbiting that planet are garbage. They're all trash. No one goes there. But this one planet in particular is strange because, well, I've have information that a squad from Nor and from Jovengel are planning on doing an expedition there to this moon. It doesn't even have a name. It's a trash moon. It sucks. I need to emphasize this, that it sucks shit. It's weird. It's strange.
Okay. So you wanted to go there.
Are we doing
Yes.
recon?
Well, the thing is, I have an inkling that these two factions, they're not going to go to this moon just for what? To mine? There's like sparse cobalt there. They're not going to get much out of it. I mean, if we hadn't gotten anything out of it, then why would they? I think that there's something further that they know is there and that they want. Mining for cobalt or doing a recon run themselves is most likely a cover-up for what they're actually aiming for. So you can approach this however you want, but I think our best way in, the safest for you, is to ally yourselves with one of the sides. Yeah, temporarily. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to be best friends. Get in to whatever they're going after and take it. We can sell it for however much we want, whatever they want. As long as they don't get it, that's what I care about. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Snatch and grab.
Yeah, pretty much. Get in, get out. Yeah. Let me give you I think out of character, you guys would know that Asylum, the gas giant, is kind of has a stigma around it. This planet is sort of known as being kind of like a graveyard, as ironic as it is for the name. It's a gas giant that is so thick with atmosphere that no light can reach farther than a few hundred meters. So it's a very dark planet. And when he says the name Asylum, it conjures up images of this massive planet that is completely void of color. It's just black, nothing else. And there are moons that surround it, and all of these moons have been known by EXO to be also trash. It's very strange that everything that seems to surround this planet is just nothing. So, yes. EXO citizens also tend to call it, as a little bit of a joke, Underworld.
We're going to Hot Topics, the planet.
Yeah, but like, not directly into it, because people who go into it don't come back out, is what I'm saying. So
Yeah, no one comes out of Hot Topic.
yeah, you're you're gone if you
So
go
it
into
lines
Hot
up.
Topic. So yeah, Suho debriefs you on all of this, and he says, after I think he like pulls out like I don't know, a phone, maybe a holographic whatever phone, and he like types in a couple things, and then he sends it off to you guys, and he sends you the mission brief, which I will show you. Show
Brief mission.
everybody. Brief mission. I'm sure that's the right one.
Let's see.
Are you sure?
Be the right one this time.
Okay, good. I deleted the template so you don't see that one. So yeah, there are a couple ways you could go about this. I'll let you guys think about that. But most importantly, there are two factions or two squads that are going after this place. And Suho recommends that you ally yourself with one to make it easier on yourselves. You don't have to do that. But he does say that's going to be a little bit easier. And he'll give you names for each of the squads. He'll say that the squad from Jovengel is called the Society of Wider Understanding. And then the squad from Nor is called the Mace Arc. I don't think he doesn't know anything farther than that.
Have we heard of either of these before?
You
Or is that like a gathering?
might have. You have to roll for it though. Yeah. So there's your mission. Suho stands up, or he jumps down from the stage, wipes off his pants, gives you guys a little two-fingered salute, and leaves without a word.
Okay, this is pretty vague mission.
Well, I've got some contacts in the collective. I could reach out and see if there's anything of value in the world that we don't know about.
Do we want to side with one of the groups?
We can gather information and make a call from there.
I will say if you do decide to ally yourselves with another group, it won't be very hard. It won't be very hard. You'd probably just have to do like a roll or two to convince them.
They're probably in my head watching me right now. I mean, they're literally in my head.
The Nor guys are like, did you say the Mace Arc? Hey, that's me. Hey, hey,
Please.
I'm knocking on your brain back here. Hey.
We have a contact in Jovengel that's You could ask for assistance if needed.
We do. Oh, you do.
Well, that sounds good to
I'm
me.
like, every time you say we, I'm like, what?
We have associates in many factions, and they wave their tentacles around.
I would suggest that if we do end up working with one of the groups, it's not Jovangel. I personally do not have great relationships with them.
As in, you personally dislike them, or they personally dislike you?
Sort of both.
Okay, but what if we just disguise you or something? Or are you not willing to work with them? It's what I'm asking.
I would rather not work with them, but if it makes things easier for us, then
Yeah, okay, got
it
it.
can be a route we take. But
Well, we cannot help with Nor, so that will be up to the rest of you.
well, we can try to figure out what both factions know first, and then we can go from there.
So, what are we rolling for and with who exactly? Nothing.
So David said he has Nora contacts, and then Tess has Jovangel contacts. So I guess
Yes.
maybe just
Okay.
like trying to figure out what
So you're gonna-
what their plans are, or why they're going here, or like just see what they know. Figure out what they know.
Okay, sure. Do you want to roll for anything else? Or do you just want to roll for each of the squads? Because that's totally fine.
Can I roll to see if I know what this organization is?
For like the Joven Go one?
Yeah.
That would be part of the squad roll, because that's the
Oh,
squad.
okay. Do we want to know anything else specific?
You could learn about the moon, maybe, or that's it.
Yeah, we could probably know some things about the moon.
Maybe what kind of equipment they're bringing. I can give us some tips as to what they're expecting to find.
Sure. So, I would say if you want to do a roll for each squad, I think that would be pretty all-encompassing. If like Hana wants to do a roll, maybe to see if she knows anything about like the Jovangel squad's like reputation, you can do that. Or if like Rio wants to do a roll, as your character to see if you know any of like their reputation at all. But the gather information rolls with your NPCs would be for like actual concrete information.
Yeah, like actual...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So I think we're gonna do this all at once, just so like no information feeds into a different roll.
Yeah.
So whose NPCs are rolling for what exactly?
Well, I
This
have
one-
What are we?
Yeah, so there was Ron's and then there was Ward's and then there was Rio's, right?
yes, mine for Jovangel.
Okay, and then Rio. Or Nor. Oh, I love all these three-letter words. Oops, not supposed to be a
Yes.
colon.
that.
All right, roll those just singular d6s. The two of you first, and then we'll do the two of you for your
Nice.
Nice.
sweet right in the middle. Right in the middle.
Very
All right.
average.
So now can Rio and Hana roll? I don't know if you guys want to do like whatever stat you think this makes sense for. See if you have prior knowledge of these guys. There's not really like a straight up intelligence check, so can't really do
Or
that. But
history.
history check, yeah. I don't know, like maybe a survey or not really a study. Maybe a survey or like a consort, maybe.
And I guess it could be like a resistance roll. Like, what is it?
Like do one of the big three.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could work too.
Do we all do that?
No, I just want Rio and Hana to do that.
All right.
So do like a, I don't know, insight or something.
Sure, I'll do an insight.
Oh, all right. Okay.
333.
Come on, Rio, roll a 3 for
Continues.
us.
Okay, I can roll 3.
Just roll an insight.
You wanna roll higher.
No, but
Yeah,
you're gonna
actually, it'd be
you're gonna get a 3.
or
All-
lower.
Let's just roll threes all session.
Oh, so close.
Almost.
These are fine. You still get info out of these. So I will start with Hana and Rio. You guys know a little bit about these guys. You've at least heard of their names before. You know that the Mace arc, Rio does. You've heard about them, maybe from time, I don't know, when you were in Nor itself. They weren't really a fairly well known squad. They're fairly new and they're also fairly small. They, yeah, I think that's kind of all you get from that. And Hannah, you know that the Society of Wider Understanding is actually fairly well known in Jovengel, not for what exactly they do, but they kind of have a reputation. They're a little bit bigger than the Mace arc, but they are kind of a funny bunch. I think that's what you know about them, just from
A funny bunch.
they're a little odd. That's
A
what I'm
little weird,
saying.
Okay.
Yeah. And then from these other roles, so your NPCs tell you. Again, Rio, your NPC, your guy, I don't know who it is. He whomst.
It's Devrin 396.
396. All right. He tells you that the Mace arc they are a frontline infantry squad who have gear to punch up. So they're infantry, but they know how to hit hard. And you don't get to know all of this, but I will tell you that their leader's name is Zara Shui, and her code name is Rosefinch. So there's the leader there for the Mace arc. Yep, that's what it's called. So that's what you get to know about them. They're fairly small. They're only infantry, but they can punch up so they can hit hard. And then for Ward, your contact tells you that the Society of Wider Understanding comparatively are the up, I think, in this case. They're a little bit more powerful, mostly because they have a little bit more social leeway. They're journalists and investigative specialists. But they're also known as, they have a reputation as a propaganda machine. They make documentaries that are just insanely pro-Jovengel and pro-war stuff. It's wild.
Beautiful propaganda.
Just gorgeous. And I think that's what you get from them. With a 3, I don't think you get to know why they're here. But you do get their leader's name, and their leader is. I want you to know that I rolled this name on a random table. His name's Gary Tuesday.
Nice.
Scary Tuesday.
You
Scary
know what?
Tuesday.
I love this. Yeah, I love it.
And his code name is Saluki. So there's your.
Harry Tuesday actually got his name from the same name generator.
I literally got it from the book. I like rolled for the book, and I'm like, okay. At least I didn't get the number that got me Amuro. I would have lost it. Okay, so yeah, I think that's what you get to know about them. On a 3, yeah, I think that's about as far as you get. But at least you get something.
Okay. We don't know why any of them were going there.
This is fine.
We have either a frontline infantry squad or weird journalists and propaganda people.
Wow.
Frontline squad seems more up our alley.
Yeah.
We are not exactly the writing type. No thumbs.
No thumbs.
Flails a tentacle around.
Can't hold
Yeah,
a
I
pen with a
mean-
tentacle.
I don't really use a script when I'm streaming. I just do whatever I feel like.
I shoot things.
We know.
Therefore, frontline.
Okay, so that's what we're doing then.
So we gotta get in contact with preferably their leader.
Rose Finch.
Zara Shui.
Very shui.
Very shui.
Their name generated too.
Yeah, from the same table. Not Rose Finch or Saluki, though. I actually can't even put those up by myself. Thank you. From my own name generator.
Your brain.
my note on my phone that just has a bunch of random names on it. I picked from that.
Okay, let's try to
there's
get in
this-
contact with these guys then.
There's this Twitter bot that you just ask for Beam Saber, NPCs, PCs, whatever the fuck, and it just auto generates one for you.
Yeah, that Beam Saber bot.
Yeah.
I've been like looking at that. I'm like, I need to find 2 days. 2 days before this,
yeah.
I was like, I need to find names. Shit. Keep rolling.
Yeah, I stole my quirks from there.
Genius. You're genius. Okay, so you're gonna get in contact with Zara.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not very difficult to do. You know her name, and you have a guy who has like 1 billion people in his brain. So I can't imagine it'd be very difficult for Rio to just say, "Hey, you're in my head. I'm in yours. Let's hook up."
Nice.
If you send her like maybe a note or something, she will eventually, well, not eventually, she will get back to you fairly promptly. And she gets back to you. I say this, but I do mean that she starts talking to Rio in his head. Unless you don't want her to. But she will.
I pick up her brain call. I'm like, hey, person talking in my brain.
Yes. That is I. You.
Yeah. Still fairly new to this brain talking thing.
Right. You'll get used to it. Just talk to more people, I guess. Anyways, you sent me a note earlier.
I did.
Said something about my mission.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe we could our interests might align.
Are you telling me you know what's down there?
I'm saying we could figure that out together.
I
mean, I think it beats working with those working together is preferable than having those clowns from the society of no understanding doing whatever the fuck it is they do. I mean, we don't want them getting an upper hand on the collective.
Yeah, you're damn right. Those
Exactly.
fucking guys are gonna try to destroy us and then make us look like shit at the same time with their stupid cameras.
I mean, they're a bunch of losers. They don't even have like basic cybernetics.
They don't. They have like they talk to each other through like flash phones. It's weird.
Who does that anymore?
It's fucking weird. All right, hey, I like you. And I'm glad that you're talking me through my brain because if you were anybody else, I think I would say hard pass. Listen, I want you. How do I say this?
Want me.
I wouldn't hate it if you were on my team. But I need to know what you're bringing to the table, you know? You don't know what's down there. What do you have?
Well, the collective hooked me up with this experimental super bot, and let me tell you, it packs a punch with a gun. I mean, it can also punch, but it has a really big gun.
Me thinking back to when you just whiffed it the first time you shot that gun.
I'm like, she's talking to me, and I'm like going into my memory files and quickly deleting that.
Please.
Don't worry, she can't get that far into your brain. there are boundaries in Nor. Just give me like some sort of consort sway, whatever kind of charisma-ish check for this.
I don't do any of that.
You can get help from your friends. Maybe they give you a thumbs up and you feel better. I don't know. Or you can, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just shouting ideas from the corner.
Because she can't hear any of you guys. She can only hear his head.
So yeah, that sounds like help.
There you go. Perfect. She listens to you talk about super secret experimental robot with a big gun. And she's like, big gun? Yeah, I think that'll work. That can shoot guys with big mechs, because the guys that we're going after, they got big mechs, man. Know what I'm saying?
They think they have a big mech.
They got big cameras, too. They're 4K. They're 8K.
Oh, 8K.
VR 8K.
I mean, like I said, my mech's experimental, so we got those 16K sensors.
Oh, shit, man. That'll work. That'll do it. It'll be great for whatever we're looking for. Whatever's going to be down there.
I can spot the pilot's individual pores from 5 miles away through their windshield.
Damn. I like that. Great. I think you're in. You and your squad. Meet us. We're going to be orbiting the moon, which I should probably tell you what it's called. It's just a bunch of numbers. Did I even write it down? Yeah, maybe I didn't. The moon is called. Ooh, let's see if I can remember if it is this. Yeah, the moon is called 041b. Because no one gives a shit about it enough to give it a name. Listen, we are going to be orbiting 041b in 2 days. If you're on EXO right now, then that shouldn't be a problem for you to get there in time. We'll link up and I'll tell you about where we're headed. Sound good?
Yeah, works for me. I'll
Great.
be bringing my crew. They're pretty reliable.
With your crew.
It better be. All right, great. She hangs up the brain call. And we can fast forward a little bit unless you guys want to, like, I don't know, do an ERP or anything or do more discussions, but we can towards Kix piloting you off to Underworld, orbiting the moon. And it's funny, now that you're here, close in proximity to this planet, on the dark side of it, the only way you can tell it's there is because there's a spot in space where there are no stars, just black. So there's like this massive sphere of nothing in front of you. But there are moons, and those, you know, reflect some of the sun's light, so you can see those kind of scattered across the, or across the whatever. I was gonna make a metaphor, but that didn't work. And eventually you cruise into orbit of 041b, and you see, as you're flying in, I think, well, are you trying to be stealthy at all flying into this? Do you want to
I
be?
feel like we should.
We should probably try to be stealthy.
Okay.
An attempt will be made.
If Kix can fly
Yes.
stealthily.
I think Kix has kind of like the Normandy stealth drive kind of thing, where like it won't show up on sensors, but if you look out a window, you'll be able to see it. So that's, I think, how it looks. And you roll things and I just lose my train of thought. As you're flying in, neither of these two ships on opposite sides of this fairly small, actually it's a fairly large moon. It's about Ganymede sized, which is the largest moon in Jupiter's orbit.
Yes,
To
this
give you a
means
little bit of a
things to us.
I'm trying.
It means things to me because I'm a nerd.
I will try to pull out as many actual solar system terms that I know, because that's what I'm basing all of this stuff on. So yeah, I mean, it's a fairly large moon in comparison to other moons that you've seen. But on like two fairly farther away sides, really good at explaining things. You'd see one ship which you recognize to be a Nor ship because it looks really greebled. I mean, there's lots of bits and pieces coming out of it, and it's all real chunky looking. And then on the very far distance, you see a different ship, which you can assume is probably the Jovangelian ship. And you can't really tell what it looks like from here, but you guys are fairly aware that Jovangelian ships tend to look almost like dragon-like. They have like this I don't know, it's like the front of the ship always sort of looks like a dragon's head a little bit. And they are a little fleshy too.
I don't like
Why
that.
did
Just
why
a
did I
little.
leave that? That sounds awesome.
Just a little fleshy. So you cruise in and you fly side by side with the Nor ship, and the whatever her name is, Zara calls out to you again. I think to everybody this time, probably in the cockpit or something. And she says, so to give you guys a little bit of information, we know where our spot is, where we're going to be dropping you and us. We have 4 mechs to combat these guys. I'm assuming that they probably have an equal amount. But really, past that, we don't have a clue about what we're going to find down there. All we know is that, you know, the Supreme Overlord wants to hear about it and wants it. So, you know the drill. Anyways, if you guys are ready, we're going to jump down there.
Wait, so just to clarify, you don't know what we're looking for either?
Nope, it's supposed to be good. I mean, why wouldn't be? We're not supposed to be in this system, and neither are the Jovangelians. So it's got to be real good to be here in the first place.
All right.
Yeah, maybe they know. I don't know. They're journalists. I'm sure they stick their noses in places where they're not supposed to.
Are we expecting a betrayal from them?
The Jovangelians, I expect to fight them. Right as we drop.
Wait, so
So this wasn't a joint mission?
Nope.
no. Yeah.
The two of us are joint. Oh, fuck those guys.
Okay.
They want what we want.
Wait, so are we all just like in clear sight of each other?
I mean, you will be soon, but not right now.
Okay.
Can't we just like snipe them as they enter orbit?
Well, I mean, they would probably do the same to you if you could all see each other.
Stealth intensifies.
Guys, I
Well-
recalibrated my big fucking gun this morning, and I think
You'll
gonna do
be
wonderful work.
big fucking gun shooting. Don't worry. And I'm gonna skip over some extra RP whatever because I want you guys to roll your engagement roll. And this is kind of gonna depend on. It's gonna tell you whether or not you land in the thick of it, or if you get a little bit of prep time.
Okay.
Because these guys are pretty much gonna be dropping at the same time.
Might be like a mid-space / landing battle.
Yeah.
Prepare for
might be-
Titanfall.
It might be that, or you might land and you might be too far away to actually shoot them, so you got to jump up and get a little closer. Who knows? Now I got to remember how to do engagement rolls.
Ah yes, that
where's
long
that thing?
chart of
Yeah, the big long fucking chart. Okay. Engagement. Engage with an E meant.
We will engage.
We will engage. Engagement roll. Okay. Is the mission bold? Is the mission especially complex? Not particular. Does the mission exploit the target's vulnerabilities? Is the mission's tactic effective against the target? It's a moon.
Very effective.
Very effective.
super effective.
Is the squad receiving external support from the mission? Yes. Is anyone
Yes.
interfering with the mission? Yes.
Yes. Rip.
That's also a 0. Are there other factors in this mission? Take it, blah, blah, blah. It hinders them. Should I include different squad tier? Specialized equipment. I'm going to give you a +1 for this, and I'm not telling you why. So I think you guys get 2 for this.
Boy.
2 for your engagement.
6.
I'll roll.
So,
No one else wants
Someone
to.
roll that shit.
3 and
Okay.
5.
That's pretty good. We love to see a 5 in this house. Here it is. Okay. This gives you a risky position. All right. So you guys, I think with a 5, you all like do that cool thing where you like shoot your mechs down onto the planet, and because there's kind of like a little bit of a there's like less gravity, you're not like plummeting down to your deaths. You fall fairly softly onto the ground. And you notice that the ground itself it's not like a typical moon surface. It's like completely covered in this smooth and jagged obsidian. It's a very strange kind of darkness. And the sky above you is half stars, half total blackness from Underworld. It's funny. It's almost like you can tell where the land is only by where the stars are. But there's a little bit of 0G here, so you can bounce. And with a 5, you've landed, and I think right about at the same time, Jovangel, the Society of whatever the fuck I said they were, wider understanding. Yep. have landed a little bit of a ways from you. So you have a little bit of a time to kind of scope them out, maybe, and figure out what's going on. With you, you have 4 mechs, or Nor mechs, 2 056 creeps, which I'll show you pictures of these in a second, and then 2 3X knots. The creeps are land vehicles, and the knots are flying vehicles. So let me show you pictures of these. I apologize in advance because I wanted to find a good picture of a flying vehicle, but the only one that I could find was made out of Legos.
Nice.
So this is the
Yep.
3X knot. It flies.
We have Legos on our side, guys.
All got Legos.
Ooh.
And then this is the 056 creep. This is the land vehicle.
We just need their mechs to step on the Legos and they'll die immediately.
They
Ward
scream out in
approves
pain.
of all the tentacles.
So yeah, you guys have just a second, I think, before combat gets engaged. Yeah, you can look around. You can scope out your foes. You can have a little tea time. I don't know, but you're in this now.
Should probably scout, see if there's any like advantageous ground or some cover that we can
Any cover we can take?
hide our mechs behind before they reach us.
Yeah. Do you guys wanna? If you want to like scope out the land, you could do like a cool little survey or something. Because there's probably some other stuff that you could find too.
Who has survey? Because I do
Anyone-
not.
Okay,
Yeah, so-
guys.
I've got
Do
a
we have
1
eyes?
within survey.
I mean, I have a 0,
Yeah,
so you're
we-
better than me.
I don't know. I don't know what this survey thing is. I don't talk to people and I don't look at people either.
Excellent. Yeah.
Okay.
I am
haven't
here.
had
Don't
I am here to shoot.
Don't you need to look at people to shoot them?
Not if you're good
No.
enough at shooting.
Please.
If you get a big
Every
enough
time.
gun, you don't need accuracy.
So you
I
need a
mean,
bigger
that
gun
is
then.
true.
Is that what you're saying?
That is true in VR games. I am not sure how that translates to actual
Real life.
Look, if
We
you
are
get a big enough
concerned.
gun, when you shoot it, you just shoot everything, and then technically, if you shoot everything, you don't miss.
You know, you make a compelling point. Not sure I buy it, but
I suppose that makes sense in a really weird way.
We will make sure to stand behind you when you shoot.
Yeah, no one get in his line of sight.
Shoot zone.
You're the only one who can look at.
So I guess I'm the only one with survey then. Okay, we will take a peek. We will float around
Good.
and
Take a wee bit of a peek.
have a look-see.
Can our allies do any peeking?
They're peeking their noses.
Risky standard.
No, they're gonna leave it up to you guys. That's just because I don't want to roll.
Nice.
Oh yeah, you ain't see much.
A lot of nothing.
That's a whole lot of nothing. Yeah. That sucks. But you do know that this place is very dark. It's very hard to see in general because it's all
We
black.
do not see much.
You can see a little bit of a reflection of the distant star from.
We are having
on
trouble
the obsidian,
perceiving.
but it is a whole lot, not much. You can kind of just like crapshoot it, maybe. But I think as a little bit of a, just a little bit of a consequence for rolling a 1. I think the Jovan Galleons spot you first. and they kind of start running over a hillside. I think they have the upper ground right now.
Oh no.
Sorry, I have to do a lot of clocks right now. Okay.
They have the high ground.
And on this sort of like lip hillside thing from maybe, I don't know, 100 feet away, you see 4 mechs. And you would all recognize them because they're mechs. There are 2 brutes and 2 razors. The brutes are land vehicles and the razors are flying vehicles. And I will show you what those look like. Load a file. Again,
More
the
Lego?
flying ones made out of Legos. This is the brute, and this is the razor made out of Legos.
Nice.
Like a
Dragonfly.
dragon, a wasp, or not a wasp.
It's a dragonfly and a dinosaur, kind of. A
The
T-Rex.
flying one's called Razor.
Yeah, and the
Dragosaur.
A brute is the Dragosaur, T-Rex, whatever, and the dragonfly, I mean, out of Legos, is the razor. So I will name some of these guys. So HP. Just get some of these guys. Just I'll reveal them when I reveal them.
Oh no.
HP. Okay. And the 4 is something. That'll probably come later. Yes. Okay. And I'll keep those other 2 unnamed. So these guys see you, and the 2 brutes make these horrible roaring sounds, kind of like a battle cry with their mechs, and the dragonflies or the razors lift off the ground, and I think they've spotted you, so they come rushing. 1 razor and 1 brute seem to start engaging with the Nor guys, and then 1 razor and 1 brute start engaging with, or are attempting, at least making their way towards you guys. So, I think it's fight time.
To fight.
Mech fight, guys.
Go.
Wait, there's no initiative here. We have to do
No,
things.
Yes,
you have
we
to
have to
do
do
things.
things.
I am waiting
can
for
say
you.
We will
Okay.
slurp up into our yes,
I
our
hate
creature.
that.
So
I hate
nasty.
that.
So nasty.
you hear this very loud organic sucking noise as Ward like floats up to our vehicle and just like enters one of its like large tendril sacs.
Does it sound like mac and cheese?
Record.
Yes.
I, the player, I hate it. Nick thinks it's the coolest thing.
Excellent. You slurp up.
Yes. What can I do with my... I took like 1 in everything. I guess, can we attempt to float over and engage the dragonfly?
Absolutely.
I will try to
Slurp up.
get some tentacles all up in its wings and mess it up from
Ooh.
flying around.
Yeah. All right.
Let's try a battle roll.
Rice. Well, if this was gather information, that would be fine. You guys are loving your 3s today, huh?
Another 3.
Yeah, not great.
It is.
If you could just make it a 4, please. Yeah, I think the wings on this razor. They have 2 propellers on each wing, so your tentacles, as you attempt to kind of get all up in its mess and try to pull it down, they get a little, caught up in the propellers, and they shred a little bit, and it's kind of nasty, and I think
Oh,
you feel
no.
it a little. So, yeah, I remember how this works. You take damage or something. Is that what you do? Shit, I gotta
Something.
change
Or you can
action
push a
rules.
clock.
Yeah. See, none of these clocks are really against. Well, that one wouldn't really work. So I think I'm just gonna have you take damage.
Okay.
If I can find, please, the basics. Thank you.
Please, you're nothing.
please, you're nothing. Okay. Wow, God, there's so many pages in this book. You know. Yeah, okay. Oh my fucking God, just show me the consequences. Why is everything not right next to each other? Thank you. Yeah, you're gonna take damage. You're gonna get twisted tentacles.
Nice. Level 1 harm.
Yes, level 1 mech damage.
Mech damage. I will armor that.
Okie dokie. Your tentacles have an exoskeleton
Yes.
or something. The propellers don't get them. They don't shred them.
Excellent.
Great. Who's next?
So I'm gonna run up behind the giant massive tentacles here, and as I do, I draw my giant greatsword, and I use the massive tentacles as cover, and then I dart out from the side, and I just like slam the sword into the nearest enemy bot.
Are you going for the tentacles are currently all tangled up in the razor, so are you going for the brute then? The dragon
Yeah, dragon brute.
whatever. All right.
Yeah.
Give him a whack. 4. There you go. Hey.
Progress.
Progress. You love to see it. Yeah, so you just slash into this guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you get into like its front shoulder, and it almost like the funny thing about it is that like this monster of a mech like wails, like it has a personality or something. It like roars in pain. And you tick its little clock, choose a side, that goes up 1, boom, ouch. I guess I
Seems
probably
like
should have gone the other way, but
That seems like a design flaw.
oh, my shoulder. Shit, my shoulder. Yeah, I think as a response though, this guy is gonna retaliate. You're right in his business now, so he's gonna take his other arm, his non sword sticking in arm, and try to slash at you. Wait, I can't fucking do that. Hang on. Wait, this sucks. I forgot that I could just hit you.
The pain.
Oh wait, yeah, I can because you rolled a 4. Never mind. I know what I'm doing. He's gonna come out and slash at you, and you're gonna. God, this is so hard. I'm so ready to fucking. I'm like ready. I'm still in like D&D mode right now. Yeah. As a consequence, he takes out his other arm. It sounded all cool, and then I said that it wasn't how it was gonna work. And he tries to slash at you, and he gets your shoulder also. So if you want to take like slash marks maybe on your level 1 harm for your mech, or level 1 damage for your mech, that would be epic.
All right, who next?
Well, someone else has to go.
Okay,
you
I
just
guess I'll just look from the distance, flying around, and I'm just gonna use my. I should have like a cannon or something. What the fuck do I even have on this mech? Oh fuck! I didn't update the loadout for the mech.
Are you still dead?
Whatever. I should. We do have some. I'll just pick out some ranged weapon. I do have 2 in bombard, so
Ooh,
I'm gonna
Bombard
be
it.
shoot
your
'em.
range support. I'll give you some cover.
Look at you. Who are you shooting? Or hey,
The guy, yeah, the
there's
mech that
2
was
guys.
bothering Rio, I guess.
Okay, yeah, you got him. You
Rio is my friend.
click the clock. Same thing.
Yes.
The watch.
Also, you have not revealed the name of that clock to us yet.
Oh,
The
wow.
name, yeah, the names. You have to
They're
toggle
they're
the
for me.
settings. Yeah.
They're for me only,
Okay.
not for you. No, I'm kidding. You all get to see them. You know, me. Shit, how do you do that again? Oh.
When you
Yeah,
click
no.
on the clock, like near the top-ish, there should be a drop-down menu, I think.
Yes.
And then you have to set it to view like all.
Oh, you know, I got this right last time, but now I don't remember. Incredible.
Let me go into Blades
Fine,
and
that
check my
happens.
clocks.
Wait, I see it. Okay, I found it. Can you see now?
Yeah, there you go. Brute
Okay,
HP.
great.
Let's go.
I got it. Already figured it out. I know how this stuff works. Okay.
You are a professional. We trust you.
So good. Thank you so much. Yeah, so you take this guy's
Oh,
clock,
fuck. Wait.
but you also get a little bit of a
Keep going.
thing.
I'm picking up a gun.
Okay. You get fucked up. Yeah, she's gonna take I'm actually gonna, well, now that she's taking a call, I can like maybe read over this stuff for a second.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, I think the if you look over, you see that the Nor guys, your allies, are not like doing too hot.
Oh no.
So I think actually you're gonna be in a little bit of a worse position right now because Jove and Gale have the upper hand.
Oh no.
So I'm actually gonna do that now. I'm gonna put your position in whatever comes worse than risky.
Desperate.
Desperate.
Not like this.
Until you can fix your shit.
That actually makes things really bad for us.
Yeah. It's one of the consequences that I can do.
Is.
So yeah, who's
Something I did
next?
not do enough of in Blades.
Yeah. Who's next?
What does desperate mean?
Decreased effect, I believe.
So it should
I have
take like 2 rolls to do that, or you have to declare an item to like counteract that, or push yourself.
Or push yourself, yeah.
I have a robot fighter thing. Does that apply when I'm in my mech too, or is that only for?
Is your mecha robot?
No, like this thing.
You know the weak points. I mean,
Does
it's
that
about
apply
you
when
know.
I'm in my?
It's about you knowing things. It's not about your mech
Yeah,
knowing things.
my
So
mech
that would be
specifically,
you.
okay.
So I mean, you would still utilize that, yeah.
Okay, so we have 2 people on the brute, and then Ward is fighting or trying to fight the Razor alone. So let's see, what do I have? I have 2 in battle, 1 in bombard. Yeah, okay. This sort of like bipedal wolf is gonna start like charging towards Razor.
Bipedal? He walks on 2 legs?
Yes. It's more like a werewolf, I suppose.
So it's like kicks.
At least when it fights, it's like bipedal, and then when it like runs around, it's on all fours.
Amazing.
But yeah, it's gonna start running towards Razor, and then as it does, from like the side of its arm, this sort of like energy sword-looking thing appears, and it's gonna
Beam
try
saber.
to, yeah, literally a beam saber. It's gonna try to stab the Razor. I'll mark off a melee weapon. And so should I just roll that risky if my thing cancels out the desperate thing?
Yes, just roll risky.
Risky, standard, zero bonus dice. Another 4.
He's rolling off 4 ones. Okay, so you went for the razor. That ticks. Good for you. You slash your bean saber into one
That's
of
an
the
interesting weapon.
So many beans.
so many beans into
Starts
one of the
drowning the
wings
cockpit in beans.
into one of the wings that's not caught by tentacles right now and kind of pulling it down, which makes it even harder for this little guy to fly. Choose a side. Boom. But you rolled a 4, so that means other things are gonna happen. I think for a moment you get the razor with the momentum of your sword and how tough its hide is. You manage to smash it down to the ground before it recovers and floats back up into the air. And while it happens, you feel the earth shake slightly.
Okay.
So
Earth
I'm gonna
shake.
take this.
Something's gonna wake up, guys.
I'm gonna take this. Oop.
It
Got
better not.
ticked.
Got
That's all
ticked.
I gotta say. Not allowed.
Got ticked.
There's gonna be some giant monster.
Yeah. Got ticked, and because I was risky, you only get one thing. Lucky you. Wow, they really want me to make you guys take a lot of damage.
Yeah, they do.
How nice of them.
Desperate consequences. Take a level 3 harm. Take a level 4 harm when appropriate. So just fucking kill them.
Oh
Yeah.
my
God.
That's what
This is insane.
armor is
Roll
for.
the 1. Fuck them. Yeah.
You're dead.
Yeah.
All right.
Who
That's
wants to go
Hannah's turn. Who's next?
Eh.
I missed like I don't know what I missed, but
Your consequence for rolling a 4 was that the Nor guys, your allies, have kind of fallen back slightly, and Joe Miguel have are in a better position right now. So actually, everybody is in the desperate position right now. I lowered your effect, or I lowered your position.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
So- Unless you have something to combat that, like a item or pushing yourself, you're going to be at desperate.
I don't think so. I am
Unless you roll
I
a
am
6 or
but a
something.
little hacker.
Right. We don't have much.
I can attempt to distract. I mean, this is kind of like very big. Like summon an AR storm, blah blah blah, that will cause AR confusion. So
AR confusion. So maybe they like see shit that they don't, that they think.
that is not there.
Yeah, like they
Can
think
I,
that you're
like,
behind them or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, go crazy. I don't know what you'd roll for that, but prank.
It just says that I gotta push myself, and that just like an additional thing. So I guess I'm gonna try to Can I roll interface then?
Yeah, I mean, if it's like you yourself, like operating this AR to like make your mech look like it's in multiple places or something, then sure.
Yeah. I mean, that makes a little more sense than any of the things that I have for my mech, so let's go with that.
Go crazy.
Okay, so push yourself, that's 2 stress, right? And we are in desperate right now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I'll push myself for just risky.
Okay, cool. Bringing it up to risky, but
Okay.
keeping the same dice.
Oh fuck. For fuck's sake.
Another
Guys,
3.
please. Guys, you gotta roll good.
To be fair, the AR thing I guess still happened.
Do you have like the
No, wait,
text
no,
for
it's
that?
just an additional lab, whatever.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it maybe not. It's like an additional benefit, but I don't know if that means if you succeed or
In addition to
just
normal benefits, yeah.
Yeah, so that would be only if you.
yeah.
Well, I
okay.
mean, you can always do it next time. That's cool too.
It's fine.
But you would have to put yourself again. That's fine. I think like everything is a little bit of a kind of like a chaos right now. So like you're like trying to dodge some shit and like try to do this AR thing at the same time. So like the other you that maybe shows up in another place is a little like fizzly and not like actually. I know all you guys are rolling on 3s. It's not like, you know, realistic. It looks really glitchy. So the guy like in the razor like looks at it and he's like, okay.
This is not my best work. Pretend you do not see it.
And then he turns
I
back
just
to
go
you.
over and comes like, everyone, you did not say that. That was not me. We will never talk about this again.
We saw nothing.
Thank you.
And then he the guy in the razor turns back to you and he says, okay, that was sure. And opens his big old bug mouth. And shoots a laser at you. What? So take what'd you roll, a 2 and a 3?
Fuck.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be a level 2 damage. Laser blasted.
It's like an armor, so it's a 1.
Okay, great. Slightly laser blasted. Laser singed.
Okay.
Great. Who's next?
Oh, sure, I can go.
All right.
All right. So I've got these like arm-mounted like missile racks.
Mhm.
I'm gonna use my aggressive targeters quirk and just fire them at everything.
Okay, great.
Please.
Cool.
Roll that one,
go.
hit us instead.
Get far out of that shit. Let's do it.
So that's so it's like helping, so I get a bonus die, right?
Okay, yeah, that's fine. You're in desperate right now. Oh.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Desperate
More
3.
Do you guys want to like reload the page or something? Should we just stop?
Yeah, I don't feel like this is working out.
This
Just
isn't
TBK
working.
right here.
I think we're gonna die,
Ooh.
guys.
Yeah. Too much
Well,
journalists.
This is a whole fun like 2 sessions.
Yeah, it's been fun, guys. We can play something else after this because clearly you're not going to survive. I will try to make this less hard. It's a desperate consequence, so you get kind of fucked.
We just make new characters and pretend none of this happened.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Okay. So, good lord. So, what does this look like? 2 3s, and you're blasting.
I told this person I had an experimental robot with a big, massive gun, and so far I've used a sword and a missile rack.
You know, actually, I don't hate the idea of like losing trust with them because that's actually one of the consequences.
They're
So
just watching
I
us
think
fight, like, what the hell are they
well,
doing?
you guys want to suck at this. So they're gonna trust you less. That's one of the consequences. And then I think again, just like last time, you overclock yourself. You blast too many of these boys all at once. And I think your bot isn't quite ready for it because it's a little, experimental. So you take a level 1 damage, overclocked maybe. So your bot's a little worn out, and then as your final consequence, because I could do 3, the ground shakes once more.
Take that ground.
Boom.
Boom.
Boom. Bombarded that
Boom.
ground. All right, who's next?
All
Who
right.
wants to roll a 3 again?
Let's roll some more 3s.
All
So
right.
one of our creature's tentacles have like spikes on them. So I will declare my melee weapon to not have desperate and attempt to bludgeon this thing with the spiky tentacle.
All right, do it.
Okay, so risky. 2.
Guys,
Even better.
guys. All right, well, at least you had it in risky.
Yes.
Okay.
So, I hear there's robots in Lancer.
Why don't I just, I think you guys are really good at D&D. Maybe I should just do that all druid game instead.
Maybe.
Having to bust out
Fine.
danks.
Bust out danks, man. Get ready for it.
We are fine.
Your melee weapon, I don't know if you've used this very often, so it's it's a little unwieldy. I think you swing it around, you don't realize how heavy it is, and you overshoot, and it comes right back around and like glocks you in the chin.
Oh no.
So you take I'm just gonna give you a level 1 harm because this is really sad.
It's gonna get sadder.
Spike poked. I don't know. Spike poke damage on your mech, I guess.
Spike poked.
And then I will. It's like I don't want to take this clock again. Should I make the Nor guys hate you even more?
Look, we're about like 2 more battles before they just disconnect my brain.
The Nor guys are just gonna turn on us.
Yeah, they're just gonna be like, you guys suck so bad. We just should kill you now.
We're gonna work with the other guys and
Actually, these Jump and Kill guys are real strong.
I'm just gonna shut down because my brain was turned off.
Yeah. I'm gonna take the ground again. Because it's a rumbling. You see some spikes of obsidian on the landscape start to crumble a little bit from your battle.
Boy.
A crack shows up in the ground.
and then I feel like this is gonna snowball because the people who get harmed like do less. In their mechs and
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. That's how this game works, baby. Snowballing all day long.
Looking rough, guys. Okay. I will use. I will also use aggressive target.
Sweet.
Like on like the shoulders of the wolf, like these 2 panels pop up and begin shooting off a bunch of missiles and rockets. And so yeah, I'll push myself, or I'll expend the quirk, and then
Remember, you're in desperate right now.
and then my ability thing makes it risky.
Great. Sounds good.
And I'll use the pushing thing for an extra dice.
There you go.
6.
That's all you guys needed to get like a little bit ahead of the game, and you also rolled a 2 and a 3, which is very funny to me.
That's like all we've been rolling. Like earlier when I rolled a 5-2, my other roll was a 3.
We're just not having a good time today.
No, but the 6 is good because that means it turns the tide a little bit and it bumps you out of desperate.
Okay.
Okay.
And you were fighting. Was it the brute that you were going after? Or the razor?
I was fighting the razor.
Okay. So you tick their clock with a 6. So, boom. You
Their
just
clock.
blast this guy. But hey, now you're at a desperate, so you're not totally fucked. Maybe, who knows?
Maybe.
Unless you roll 1 again, then I might bring it back down.
Don't roll a 1, guy.
Keep rolling 3s. You'll do great.
Why would you tell that?
Jinx it.
What do you want me to do? I do not control it.
I do not control the die.
Yeah.
All right.
Who wants to go
Who's next?
Oh.
Is everyone afraid to roll?
Yes.
Oh, probably.
A little bit.
Me? I think I can. Did I even fix my mech? Is that a thing that I did?
Fix your mech like in your downtime? Oh, you did.
Yeah. Did I? Or was that
think-
just like I think I only got it started maybe, or
You
no.
how wired it? Jumped
I
it?
don't remember what the fuck it was.
I
I
don't
think
know.
there was like a specific thing where
Yeah.
you have to like start a process to fix it.
Oh, because like you
There was
completely
like
busted it.
there was like the breakdown
Yeah.
thing, and then you have to fix it with a long-term project.
Yeah, something like that. So I think that I don't have the quirks, so I cannot use them.
Yeah, there's the
Ugh.
breakdown thing. So only symptoms can be treated, and they have to be fixed with a long-term.
Oh yeah, because I had a I got blah blah blah.
I think because we failed that group check, you had to like expend all of
You
your
had to expend all of your quirks. Yeah.
So it went to a breakdown. So I do not have any quirks right now. So there's not really much that I can do for you guys while I'm on my mech.
And get out of your mech. Fight on foot.
No.
Get stepped on.
I just hack into something.
I mean, you could always
get
do
me.
that.
Can I like try to, I don't know, get closer to one of the enemy mechs and try to like hack into the mech?
Yeah, you could try to like
commandeer the mech?
mess up its cameras or mess up its firing mechanism or something for sure.
Yeah.
I would tick its clock.
I wanna replace. I wanna do the same thing that I did the other time. I wanna like replace the camera feed with something else.
SpongeBob.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I know. Like switch around the cameras. So
Oh yeah.
what he's seeing, the front camera is showing him what's at the back.
Excellent. That's good.
Can I roll interface for this?
Yeah, it's just you doing it.
Okay. Ooh, I will push myself for an extra die since apparently we use that. We're on risky now, right?
Yes, you're all good on risky.
Okay.
Do not fret.
Hey, there we
Things
go.
are looking up, maybe. Wow, look at that. All right, which guy are you going for? The
Whoever
dragonfly or the tiger? Dragon?
The
Dinosaur?
tiger? I think the tiger, probably.
Okay.
I feel like that's better.
Cool. It's a tiger dinosaur.
Yes.
Okay, great. So yeah, with a 6, you don't get any shit. So you love to see that. And you pick this guy's. He gets real confused because you switch his cameras. So he's like in the middle of like battling it out with Rio right now, and then like suddenly he just like freezes. He looks around, and he's like, "This is my ass camera." It's okay. What? And then he like turns around, and he like tries to swing, but like no one's there because he's like away from everybody. So I'll say because you rolled a 6, and because you switched his cameras around, if anybody wants to try to fight the brute, you'll have increased effect. Which brings the standard
Get
up
the
to great.
monstrosity. Dinosaur, tiger, whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah, it's a little bit everything.
I guess at this point, I should deliver what I promised to the Noir Collective.
Your brain.
No, that's definitely not what they are working with me for.
Your genius
No,
intellect.
that's worthless.
uh,
Why would
I
claim they want it?
I'm thinking, this time is gonna work out a bit better than that last time I used the giant chest particle cannon, and I aim at the brute. I drop my chest shield and fire up this massive cannon, and please fucking hit.
Hell yes.
Oh.
Do it.
I
That
believe
increased
you.
effect.
This is risky standard or desperate standard or
It'll
what am I
be
doing?
risky great if you're firing at the brute.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
So fucking funny.
Let's go. Those 2 6s were great though, and you rolled 3s in both of those.
Yeah,
And it's a great on a
Yeah.
2 too, so that's great consequence.
Oh wait, that makes the consequence worse.
How's that?
I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah, guys. I feel like I'm getting some disruptions in my brain signals here. I feel like I'm about to be disconnected for mediocre service.
Oh, great.
No, sorry, I wanted to
Anyways,
just
we're
make
fine.
sure. I just want to make sure that great doesn't mean that you're fucking dead. Because you won't be.
I think I'm getting an angry email from my manager.
I'm just gonna do the standard risky consequences. But it's very funny though that the 2 times that you fired this gun, you have missed.
Okay, is he ever gonna hit with it?
Maybe
Nope.
you should switch professions. Maybe
That's-
you
that's
should feed stealth.
Gonna be the running joke
Are
this
we
campaign.
sure I'm the ace?
Yeah, are we positive?
Maybe the technology it's too experimental.
Okay.
Tell
Well,
your guy to go a little more conservative next time.
maybe be a little less experimental. Yeah, you're just really just blowing out your mech right now. I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna adjust a clock. I'm gonna, cause you're going all out. So, oopsies. We're gonna get some rumblies in here.
Rumble that ground again.
There's a crack in the ground not too far away from you guys, not too far away from the battleground. And it gets a little bit wider, and then a part of it juts off and starts heading towards you.
Wait, what? Part of the ground?
Part of the crack in the ground. So originally it was the crack in the ground is away from you guys, and it's going sort of perpendicular with your fighting. And now it has a branch that cracks off away from it and is heading towards you. So watch
It's
your
coming
step.
for us.
It's coming
I
for
think
you.
the ground I think the moon is hungry, guys.
The moon is hungry.
You say it like that.
And as your second one, I'm gonna I won't make you guys too desperate again. That was fun though. I'm just gonna have you take more damage, I guess. The
Level 2.
level 2. The razor comes, notices that its friend is in trouble, and just kind of I think just like flies up a little and smashes into you, into your side, and you get a level 1 harm of smashed or damage smashed, I guess.
We are good at this game, guys.
We're very good at this game.
We're so good. We're gonna finish the campaign tonight.
Yeah, don't worry about it. All right, who's next?
Okay, so you expend a quirk to push yourself, right?
Yes, if you're using one of your mech stats.
So I will use my big and long reach, I guess.
Big hand, long.
And attempt to like grapple.
So your mech has yaoi hands?
Yes,
Big hand,
exactly.
long. Big
Yaoi
hand, long,
tentacles.
schlong.
I never want to hear that phrase again.
Too late.
I was gonna say, go and Google that.
No.
For you.
That
And
will
I
be a
will
mistake.
use the push to get rid of the less effect. And I will attempt to battle. And roll another one.
You're just at risky standard right now because someone
I
rolled
have
6,
level 1
so you're
harm.
back up. Ah, that's right. That's right. And you're not.
Yes!
Hey, look at that. Look at that. You were going for the razor or for
Yes.
the brute?
I want to
The
like
razor?
try and toss it to the ground.
Okay, yeah. So it's sort of, if you're like still kind of connected to it a little, it like drags you along with it as it just like headbutts Rio's mech. And then as it kind of has to like fall back a little and regain its flying momentum, you take that opportunity to wrap your big old freaking tentacles, your long tentacles, big and long. And just wrap it around the body of this thing and like just like fucking hammer throw it
Nice.
across the way. And it smashes a little bit onto the ground and skirts off to the side. And for that, I'm gonna tick you. Bonk. And because you rolled a 4, that smash on the ground, you know, it's the ground. Seismic activity is happening.
Oh no.
Things are rumbling.
The rumble is gonna get to us.
The rumble is happening. It rumbles quite a lot right now. The crack grows larger by the second. Don't worry about it though, it's fine.
It's 100%.
Okay, if you say so.
Okay, who's next? You're getting close. Just crit, and then you can kill one of these guys in one hit.
Yeah, because that's gonna happen.
It's easy, just roll a crit.
That's crit.
Both mechs have 3 ticks left?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Jeez.
So do I.
Yeah, I will chase after the razor because it like flew off, dragging Ward behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll chase
Like a kite.
after it, and I will use another quirk, gauntleted thrusters. And I'll use a fine melee weapon. What does that do again? We're using like the bolded items. Does that increase effect?
Increase effect or position, I think. Something like that.
Okay. I'll do that. I'll use another quirk, and then I'll do battle with another beam saber.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Fine beam saber. That is one fine beam saber.
So it's risky right now, right?
Yeah, you're just at risky standard if you don't have any harm.
Yeah, I don't have any harm, so it's risky
Or damage or
standard,
whatever.
and then my item can make it controlled, right? What does
Yes.
controlled do?
You get increased effect, so more good shit will happen if you succeed.
Okay, so the item will increase its controlled, and then my robot fighter thing will increase effect to limited, or no, wait,
Great.
standard to great. Then since I'm using a quirk, that's an extra dice. That's
Oh, look at that. Look at that 6 though. Hey.
2, 3, 6.
Use
Look
all
at
the
that.
quirks.
And I had to use everything.
Do not
And-
use all the quirks.
Because you rolled a 6, there's no consequences, which is wonderful. I need to see. Oh, that's all in bold. I need to see where effect. Here we go. Controlled. All right, the action is a success with increased effect. Oh wait, that's crit. Never mind. The action is a success. Yeah. I wish that they were more.
Yes, but
I wish
no.
I didn't have to go digging around for trying to find the shit that I want. I'm and say that because you rolled a 6. Okay, so and you're controlled and great. God. So with the effect, that would be with the position, that would be okay. 2. I'll just say. Yeah. Okay. Great. I'm gonna go for it. So you're going after the razor. I think this is like the perfect time to stab right down on it, and you know that. You like do like this sick ass flying leap kind of thing, and you use the low gravity to propel yourself towards the razor as it's sliding on the ground and dragging Ward along with it. And you just like turn your blade around and just like stab straight down into it. And with like all the shit that you rolled, I'm gonna say I think you take care of it. Just because controlled grade and a 6. Yeah. Yeah, I think you take care of it. How do you finally end this stupid little dragonfly they made out of Legos?
Yeah, I think she like stabs it first, like through like its center, and then takes the blade back out and carves both of its wings off.
Beautiful. Sparks fly and also ooze flies at the same time. It's a gooey mess and an electrical mess at the same time. And it fizzles and spurts and finally succumbs, I suppose, to death.
Then it'll reach a wolf arm down to one of the tentacles to help it back up.
Aw, so nice.
Sarah, I'm linking you my cheat sheet Discord
You're a
that I
god.
use for blades. It's blades terminology, but this should
It's
be
fine.
much easier than looking through the book.
Oh, this is so. Oh my god, this is so nice. Thank you so much. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Okay, great. Ooh, so I was mostly right. Okay, cool. Yeah, you got one of them down. That's good. That's good. You're not in such a worse position now. I think the Nor people look over and you see that they're like taking care of their two, and they're about maybe at the same level of combat as you guys, except they haven't quite taken down their razor yet. And I think they notice and they're like, "Ooh, maybe they don't suck."
I give them a thumbs up.
One of the creeps kind of gives you a thumbs up too, but it does it in a like a really uncomfortable way. Like
Oh no.
bends a joint in a wrong direction and like tweaks its head.
I hope it has like really long fingers.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Just these really gangly ass fingers with claws at the end.
I see that and put my mech's arm back down and just turn completely away from
All right. All right. Got one more down. You haven't broken the earth yet, which is all good.
Yeah.
One take away from doing that.
Who's next?
Redeem yourself, Rio.
Roll a 3, I dare you.
We believe in you.
I'm gonna
You got this,
let
Rio.
the let the test cannon cool down a little bit. You know, I'm gonna swing my sword at the brute.
All right.
That worked out a little bit better.
Team Sabra.
What are we rolling here.
You are just a risky standard right now, unless you have damage. Then you would be at.
I have level 2 damage.
Bazinga.
It's a
Nice.
Yeah, that does something for you.
Yeah.
It
Minus
should just be the
1D.
same. Should be the same as harm. Yeah.
If you have a -2, or if you have a level 2 harm, is that -1d and less effect, or is it just?
Yeah. If you have level 2 and level 1, yeah.
Oh, so you
So
need
it's-
like a level 2 harm and a level.
Well, he has level 2 and level 1. If he just had a level 2, then it would just be minus 1d. But
I thought
he
level
has to
2
get this
automatically
Yeah,
built
does level
like
2 harm like automatically mean you have like?
meant that you
does it? I don't know.
I think so.
so
No, no,
Either way,
just
I think you
let
have both,
Sarah
don't you?
do that. Listen, we're dying anyways.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just break the earth. It'll be more fun. Yeah, a whole lot of fun.
We all fall into the moon.
Yes. To the center of the moon where there is in fact a black hole and you all die.
We all get eaten up.
oh,
Don't worry about it.
-1.
Oh, look at that. Nice 6.
There we go. Right when it counts.
Nice 6, bro.
Very important.
You see that like Hana has like, hey, maybe this sword shit actually works. Hang on. And so you take out your sword again and you swipe at this brute and you do it with such ease, even though that you're kind of fucked up. And you slash back down into that already damaged shoulder and you cut even deeper. And like it's like, I think you've cut so deep that like the thing is still hanging on, but it's no longer usable. It's just kind of like a limp winged arm kind of thing.
I
And
yell out over the network. So what if I turn my sword into a giant gun?
No,
Or
then
gun.
you'll just miss again. Don't do that.
But it's still a sword. It's a gun sword.
it's a gun sword.
Gun
Okay,
sword.
turn it into a gun sword, but never shoot with it.
Never only sword with it. This brute's looking fucked up though. You're real close.
Someone finish it off.
Someone finish it off.
I guess I can attempt to shoot it again
Gun.
from a distance
Roll dice, shoot gun.
with mech. Sure, we'll roll bombard. We are praying. Okay,
Roll 3.
we are on risky, but I have a harm on me,
So that brings down your effect.
so that's desperate.
It
Wait,
brings
no,
it
effect.
to your effect, so it'd be limited.
Okay,
Yeah.
so okay.
Don't worry, you're not gonna get super fucked up from this. Unless you roll a 1, then you might.
Why will you? Okay.
Okay.
I think this is an interesting spot for this. I like this. So, this you're still in the air, right?
Yeah, I am a flying mech.
Yeah. So you're sort of flying around, and you take out your cool guns again, and you spot that this brute's doing not good, and you see these weak spots in it, and you're like, that shoulder, I could do something with that, and you fire right into that same spot that everybody's kind of been aiming at over and over again. And it's a good thing that you do because I think you aim in such a precise position that it shoots through the guy, but doesn't quite kill him yet because I want you to tell me how you do that. And then something else happens also. But before that happens, do you want to tell me how you kill this brute?
So I see my team finally starting to get the hang of this whole thing, and I just like I'm circling around, and I see my chance, and I start just flying lower and lower, and as I pass by, I just like shoot right on this guy's shoulder. The arm just like straight up falls to the floor before the robot starts just going down, slow motion.
And I think it goes down farther than the ground, because by the time that you shoot this, the
I'm
earth
hungry.
opens up beneath everybody. And it's a fairly large crack. I mean, it's big enough to drop a mech down there, which is strange. But nevertheless, the earth beneath all of you guys shatters, and like broken glass almost. And the brute falls down this massive hole in the ground, and falls down into like just a pitch black pit. It's like when it drops, it's gone. There's nothing left. And I think you all take a moment and you notice this. The Nor people and the other Jovengels, they're fighting off in a little bit of a ways from you, not quite affected by the rupture in the ground. And you notice this and you stand still because these cracks, they're creeping closer to you like icicles, or like ice, not icicles, like ice. I'm good at this. And whoever was closest to the brute, I suppose it was probably maybe Rio standing there. It creeps under your feet of your mech, and then below you too shatters, and you fall. And then I think it sort of happens to everybody who's standing on the ground, which I think is only just Hana left and the other corpse. So the two of you plummet into darkness. But the thing is that you don't fall for very long. You fall for maybe, I don't know, 150 feet. But it's still, you can't see shit unless you, like, I don't know, have like floodlights or something. But for the time being, you've taken care of everything. At least so it seems. And you've fallen into a cave or something. You can't really tell if you don't have your lights on. But from above, the Ward and Nyx just see them, the two of your friends just disappear into nothing.
Since we have a flying vehicle, and we float down there and try to scoop them up.
Well, you see, I can do that. Now, scoop them up. That's a maybe. I am a small flying vehicle.
Did the two of you guys down here just sit in the darkness?
Just chill
I
out.
mean, if someone wants to join me,
Yeah, I mean, you guys can head down there. No big deal. You also got lights on your mech, so I'm not taking away front lights or back
Dark
lights.
vision.
Your tail lights. Yeah, you're an giant robot.
I think there's like an item that's like spotlights or something.
Yeah. I mean, you're not. I guess. Well, we're still on mission, so
A
we'll probably
spotlight
have
or
to
flare
use the
mortar?
item. Yeah.
oh,
So that is
we
another
throw
load,
one of
yeah.
those.
I won't make you roll for it, but if you declare the item, then you declare the item.
Actually, wait, we have character load too, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
Take out a flashlight.
take out. Yeah, so it says flashlight, flares, or glow sticks. I'll take out like a few glow sticks and just sort of look around like wherever we fell.
All right. Like from you, or are they like you-sized glow sticks, like handheld?
Yeah, probably. Since
Okay.
I'll like open the cockpit and just sort of like stand up and hold the light out a little bit just to see like what's like right nearby.
Right nearby, you don't see much. But I think something you do notice is that you crack this glow stick, and the sound is loud enough that you notice that wherever you are, there's a pretty big echo. The acoustics in here are excellent. This place, even if you can't see it, it sounds massive.
It's like our theater.
It's like your
I
theater. You
immediately
know what this sounds
scream.
like. Yeah, it goes
I immediately yell, "Hello!"
and it echoes 4 or 5 times. With the glow sticks, though, just by yourself, I think it really only illuminates your mech and maybe the ground around you. And the ground around you, from what you can tell, it looks man-made, like tile, almost. It's odd. It looks like that the tile is very old, and it suffered from very bad water damage, which is also strange. But it is most certainly not natural. And I think you all, after noticing this, have a feeling that this is maybe what they were looking for.
Yeah, I'll get on the comms and be like, hey guys, you all should come down here. I think whatever we came here looking for is probably down here, so it seems safe for now, at least.
Yeah, I mean, I think 3 of you guys. Did Ward go down as well?
Yes.
Okay, so all of you guys have gone down there. Do you just use glow sticks to see, or do you want to use like actual lights?
Did the Nord people come down with us?
They're still busy, actually.
Oh, they're still
So
fine.
you have this moment, I think.
Yeah, let's go grab the things, or let's go see whatever's down here.
Heavy hands.
Preoccupied.
well, what are
Grabby
it?
tentacles.
Might as well.
Yeah.
I mean, is that allowed? Is that not rude?
Is that allowed?
I mean,
Am I allowed to touch your tentacles, or is that like some sort of taboo for you?
It is. If you ask, it is acceptable.
Okay, consent first. I got it.
It's like asking for a hug, you know? You gotta ask first before you do it.
Yes.
Nick's just like not. I get it. Respect.
All right. So, are we using lights here? I need to emphasize that you can't see anything. The glow sticks help for like maybe 5 feet in front of you, but they're glow sticks.
I am a light show too.
Okay, great, good.
No, I guess I'll grab a flare. That's
yeah, that's cinematic.
We will have Overseeker
flashlights, flares, blah blah
light
blah.
up as well. So I'll declare spotlight, I guess, air quotes, and perhaps some of the like gaseous sacs that are in our vehicle will expend like glow in the dark gas.
Ooh,
just start to like light up the area around it.
Very fun. Very fun. I like that very much. And we have ads as well from Nyx.
Yes.
Yeah. It's one really big ad for ramen noodles. Just crank that shit. Yeah, well, great. Now that you have lights, I can show you a photograph. It's forewarning. It's very large because I like big pictures. So it might take a second to load, but this is sort of what you're looking at right now. If you see it.
Whoa.
I mean, it's almost there.
It's gonna take a second. It's a really big picture. I mean, like,
fine.
That is
it's like
large.
Yeah, you have to be zoomed out to like.
I'll post it. I'll post it in the.
Oh, there's
Discord.
more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
really
it's big. I got like from like the ArtStation source. It's big.
That is a
Nice.
good picture, though.
All right. Here's the thing on Discord, if that's not going to fully load for you.
Nice.
Oh, it finished loading.
There you go. Great.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just slow Wi-Fi here.
So yeah, in front of you with your flare spotlight and your bioluminescent clouds of gas floating around, it gives this place sort of a strange, colorful glow, different from the photo. But you can make out that this place was some sort of massive facility. I mean, like big enough that your robots can just walk around in here with ease. The ceiling is huge. And it goes on for quite some time too. It's very quiet down here also. There's almost no sound. But you get the feeling that this place has been around for a very long time. And when I said there was water damage earlier, I mean the entire place looks like it was, I don't know, it looks like it was flooded. At least at one point. There's no water left. It's just totally dry, but you can see areas where they've been like stained with, you know how you get like water staining and stuff. That's what it looks like.
Gross.
Yeah, it's nasty. But this place, whatever it is, it's old, very old. And it goes on for a while, so you could walk down here until you maybe find something.
Yeah. See what's going on down here.
Yeah.
Place
So
is old. We are curious. Let us continue before our friends join us.
yes, you don't have a ton of time because they were at the same level of fighting as you were not too long ago, but they seem to have still be. You can probably hear them, I think, a little bit still, blasting and slashing and shit.
We can always just say we were scouting things out for them if they end up showing up.
Yeah, and just hide all the shit that you want.
Say we found nothing.
Yeah, no, it's just a place. So if you keep walking, I think eventually you notice that there's like if you go to the end of this hallway, there's like a section where it leads into or like a doorway that leads into another very large room, and it actually goes down further. It's it's like a large room where it almost looks like they did research here, but like it's so big, like you could be in your mechs while you're doing research. It's strange. If you look a little at this huge room that you've walked into, lining the walls of this room, it's a totally circular room, and lining the wall is this one long tube, very huge tube that goes all the way around. It's kind of like I'm imagining it kind of looks like the Hadron Collider.
Ooh.
It's a big old circular tube that goes all the way around the room. And below the tube is kind of like above the doorway, so it's maybe 60 feet up, but it's very thick. And below that, at ground level, there's these broken pods that look like they could fit people in them. People of any size, really. These broken pods and they're scattered everywhere. Some of them are untouched, some of them are completely ruined. It looks like that they could have at one point held maybe, I don't know, a liquid in there as well. But whatever liquid that was is long gone. There are skeletons though. Skeletons of people, skeletons of lichen, who are the species of werewolves that Kix is, and then a species of another alien which you've met, which you guys know of, but you haven't seen one in game yet, called the Skoos. And they have these. I'll type it in the chat. Skoos.
And then is lichens just like
Lichen.
regular lichens? Okay.
Like Chan. Yeah.
Okay.
And you guys know what the skoos look like, but you've never seen one in game. They're these really long and thin creatures with this really thick exoskeleton. They're humanoid, but their face is featureless. It's covered entirely by exoskeleton, and their mouth is actually at the crook of their jaw. It extends from ear to ear down below their chin. They actually communicate and work their way around through like echolocation. And they have real big ear holes too. You guys, you'll see one. You'll see one eventually. You see their skeletons there. I would say that you would see the remains of Tess too, but I don't think they have bones, do they?
They do not.
Okay. So I don't think you see any remains of Tess at all because they're all squishy
Yeah,
inside.
they would have like evaporated.
Yeah. But there are the three species that are a part of the greater civilization here that do have bones, are sort of strewn about along with all of these pods. And if you want to start to gather up what you can, maybe ideas of what this research could be, or try to figure out what this research could be, or like take shit, I would probably have you guys roll for that.
This is what we are here for.
Yes. Keep
Wrong
rolling.
sheet. I do not have study. I can
You
survey
guys
to
can
see if
survey.
I can find anything good.
I will put
I
a.
have one study.
God, this clock is so small. There we go.
Yeah. I'm an engineer.
So do we have any idea like how long these bodies have been down here?
If you want to take a look at them, you can
Sure.
find
Take a
out.
look- I'll take a look at the bodies and I'll study the bodies.
Forgot the nameplate on this thing is so small.
That is tiny. Wait, I
Y'all.
had to zoom out so much for the picture.
I know. It says gather
Gather
shit.
shit. Yeah, I think I'll study the bodies.
So itty bitty. Okay, yeah, go for it. Are you studying the bodies? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah,
The
like
skelly
skeleton, and
bones?
if, like there's like any clothing or anything.
Sure.
So just the one. Okay, that's a 2.
That's fine. I'm not gonna like push the effects on here at all, but I will say that a consequence for rolling a 2 is probably this, that like the guys upstairs are moving a little bit closer in their battle.
Okay.
I'll put a clock in there too, because you guys are probably gonna be rolling a bunch. So, oh my god, it's so small. Okay, big clock. This one's for everybody else. So with a 2, unfortunately, you don't get like a huge idea of what's going on here. You can't find like items of theirs that like, I don't know, haven't been. The weird thing is that you'd think because this is a moon with no atmosphere that this stuff would say preserved, but it looks very eroded away almost. Like the water damage was here for the water itself was here for a while, enough to get rid of things that space otherwise wouldn't. So you don't quite find anything or like gather any idea of how long they've been here quite yet, but you do hear sorry, I'm trying to do 8 things at once. The fighting above you slowing down slightly. There seems to be less gun shooting. But there's still certainly gun shooting.
Okay.
I will survey and see if I can find any research stuff.
Okay, cool.
Have any? If I declare glow sticks, can I use that to give myself an extra die?
Sure, you want to like look better with glow sticks?
Yes.
Sure, why not?
I crack open the glow sticks with my tentacles, but then I stick them back inside my mouth, so there's just a glow stick like floating around in my head.
Your entire head just lights up.
Yes.
I love it. I love it.
Okay. Not struggle. Just die.
5. Hey.
Hey, there we go.
All right. That all you have gathered. Research wise, so first off, you notice that whatever the flood water was at, God, it wasn't the entire room. It only got up to maybe about halfway. So like just above the big tube. So luckily, big robots that people seem to have worked in this big room can be very tall. So that means there are like almost sort of like desks or like platforms. They're like platforms that people would walk on, right above the tube, the big ring tube. And from in that, I think you find some desks and spaces that were untouched by water damage, and that means that they are left to be preserved by the voidless space that this planet is, or that this moon is, for the most part, encompassed in. And if you go through these drawers, like with your mech, maybe you like take out your tentacles and you like gently pull the handles on those drawers, and you find some papers and things, and they look like a whole lot of equations. And some notes here and there where they say the equations themselves are fairly recognizable. I think a lot of people are aware of how FTL transportation ought to work, but it doesn't work in this universe. And it looks like that these guys were trying to make it work. Yes.
Interesting.
So you gather up some papers of some ye olde FTL research. Faster than light. For the folks who don't like acronyms. Yeah, I think that's what you find.
Excellent. Discovered some mathematical equations. This may be of use to us if we can figure out what these variables mean. We snatched the paper inside our mouth.
Oh no.
Paper stay intact.
Yes.
They just dissolve immediately.
All these
I
years
feel
of
like you
being
need to
preserved.
break the
We are
paper.
absorbing the information.
I
Do
don't think
not
that's
worry.
how it works.
Like, wait, no, we needed those. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I mean, might as well just like hide it in my arm or something, if that's what. Oh, by the way, I have a prosthetic arm that I don't think I ever mentioned. when I
Oh,
was
Please.
describing my character.
That's so
is
funny.
That would be important to know.
That is brand new information.
You just
Don't worry,
find
a lot
out
of you guys are all
when
cyber and
Nick just
shit.
like stretches out her arm, opens a compartment. Do you need to,
What is that?
to store something?
You could do that? I thought that was skin.
Yeah. No. Well, I
Yeah, I
mean,
guess.
glad you think it looks that nice, but no.
I guess
Look,
we
I
could
can,
like hide the notes there from the
Yeah.
from the Nor people.
comes in handy.
Get it?
Please,
Nice.
Andy.
Just like
We
grinning at
we
you.
we slowly spit out the paper into the arm compartment.
I grab it with my other hand and I just like
It's
try to
only a
spread it
little
a little
moist.
on my shirt. Well, it's not like I can feel it anyways. Okay, in you go. I
All right.
will store it in my arm.
Great. Awesome. Okay. There's lots of junk here you can take up if you want. You could even do like I mean like gathering shit also includes like just getting photos of the place. Evidence that it
Ooh.
exists. That's definitely an option. You can get creative as long as you have evidence that this place exists somewhere.
I guess I'll do the recording.
Okay.
I
Why
go
don't
and
you-
record a tour. I will
Yeah.
give commentary.
You can roll what you think you would use for I don't know, using a camera.
My camera?
Our
Interface?
palm computer.
That's all I fucking do.
Sure, I mean if you got the dice for it.
I just interface everything.
You use your ARM computer.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me?
Alice.
Oh
I
no.
already
Alice.
have an open
That's
computer.
tragic. Okay, that's fine.
You're trying to get your camera to work, but it's I don't think it's used to zero G yet, so it's kind of having some weird technical issues, and everything that you shoot sort of looks a little like AR. Doesn't really look believable.
Why does it look so fake? Come on, I make environments that look more realistic than this? What the fuck?
Can I like download that image he's just made into my brain and tweak it to
You
clear
could
it
try
up?
to piece it
Engineer
together.
that. Yeah.
Sure, yeah, do it. Get
Enhance.
creative.
Yeah.
Computer enhance, brain enhance.
I
Throw
look
some
at it and
filters
go,
on it.
do you have a port that I can plug into?
Please. USB into the side of
Yeah.
her head.
Do
Ah,
you have
only
a-
USB-C.
do you have a USB 69 somewhere?
They ran out of
Nice.
letters, so they're using numbers now.
Now's not the time to flirt, okay?
Anyways, I'll just send it directly to you.
All right, yeah, just shoot me an email.
Damn, they use email in the future?
Still use email?
It's email now.
Next you're gonna ask me to send it over Bluetooth. Like, what the fuck kind of
How old
archaic
ass.
technology are you
I'm
asking
really
for?
looking.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I have it, but
Look, the Nor Collective
really?
upgraded to Red Tooth like 3 years
Bro.
ago.
Red tooth.
The red tooth.
Convert it.
Red tooth, blue tooth.
I sent him the file over.
Yeah,
Great.
so then I just like get all my gears turning and try to sort this out.
You do a pretty good job of it. It turned from this like weird, hazy mess that was really noisy and glitchy to a pretty solid couple of photographs of whatever this weird place on a moon. So that ticks your clock there. You got 2 more left, and you got 2 more left until your guys come and visit. There's plenty other things that you could see if you can snatch or peer into to learn more information.
there like any equipment or anything that we should like take?
Oh, definitely. It looks like this place was like either cleared out of people or completely abandoned.
All right. I'll just start grabbing a bunch of shit and like storing it in the mech or something.
Okay.
I'm just watching you do that like that. None of that is gonna fit in my arm, so
Can I struggle for it?
What does struggle do?
I don't think there's anything that's really like a strength thing. Struggle is skirmish with an opponent.
Skirmish with the
Hold
tech,
the position, brawl
with some
muscle,
inanimate objects.
wrestling with some equipment.
I mean, why the fuck not? I think that'd be funny. You try to lift something like bigger than you. It takes a lot of effort. Boom. Hello?
She goes full
You,
for
you
silver.
finally crit?
That's like lifting shit.
You fucking Thor?
This tiny idol girl starts like lugging this huge equipment around.
Yeah, you get like a. I think what you do is you find a piece of this tube that's like half falling off, and you manage to like unscrew the rest of the of all the bolts, and the thing falls, and it's really big. But because you critted on that machine, you just fucking hoist it up, and you very easily pick it up and just slide it in your mech's compartment. And if you like look at this thing, this bit of this big tube, you notice that it is actually quite similar to like a hadron collider, where it looks like the technology is meant for it to speed up really, 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 really fast, and to most likely get it to faster than light speeds. But I think because this tube was like maybe it's airtight, you know, I think it has to be. And because it most likely started to degrade after the water was gone, there's remnants of organic material inside this tube, like stains of blood. Lots of them.
Okay, so there were
Lots of them. You even, I think, like in like the tube part that's still connected to the rest of the tube, there's like a human skeleton just hanging out.
Okay, so it looks like they were using people to fuel all of this stuff.
Just just blasting those guys, putting them in tubes and blasting them around.
Amazing.
That's good to know, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, you've gathered enough things for the mission to be complete now. If you want to keep looking for more, feel free. But eventually, these guys are going to catch up with you.
Do we just want to get out of here, or do we want to look for more things?
Should we destroy what
like-
we are not able to collect? Would be wise to
right,
leave this for
so-
them to find.
Right now we have research, and then we took like a video recording, and then we have the tube.
Equipment that you managed to.
Yeah, the equipment, yeah. Part of which is the tube. Yeah, I guess we can just get rid of everything else. And then leave.
We'll just
when they
blow it up.
come.
Or just break it or something. I don't know.
We have placed explosives.
you're kind of really quiet. For me at least.
Mm-hmm.
We have placed explosives
Thank you.
and also demolition tools. We could just blow the place up and leave.
Very true. You have your own ship. These guys already
And
don't like you.
I can just have Kix pick us up if we wanna. If we wanna
Amazing.
like completely ruin our relationship with these guys.
What could go
Perhaps we
wrong?
shouldn't blow this up, but at least hinder their research.
Just make it so there's not much left for them to find. Or we take everything of use.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you guys have gotten most of the important things, anyways. So.
We are good at taking things apart if that is what needs to be done. I have 2 in rec.
Like dismantle whatever's left.
Yeah.
Sure.
I will try to yank everything apart.
You with your big long tentacles.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4-4. All right. I mean, it doesn't much matter for me to tick this clock, but nice. Because you only got 4, we'll go one more. Yeah, you just break the shit. Like, what do you do to break this stuff? Do you just like go to town or?
Slap your tentacles over shoulder.
Go Hulk on this stuff, or
Let's see.
is it meticulous?
Are there like it's all like paper research, right? There aren't any like computers or anything?
I mean, there are computers, but they have like long since been
Yeah. Super
totally inaccessible.
busted. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, is there any other equipment left that we're not taking?
I mean, other than like the rest of the tube and like these smaller like insert tubes that they put people in.
Like the pods that we found.
Yeah, the pods. Those are like the only things that would like you would maybe be able to use to try to discern what was going on with this place without the research. But other than that, it just kind of looks like an abandoned science facility. You wouldn't know that they were researching FTL here.
Maybe
I
destroy the
guess
pods.
yeah. If there's any way to like properly disassemble them, since we are very item focused, would know how to put things together, and as a result of that, also know how to take things apart. So would just like dismantle all of them as best as they could, and if not, just start like casually smashing them against the wall or something. For like the bigger ones that aren't able to be or if they're like rusted and you can't like take the joints apart.
Yeah, great. Awesome. Sounds good. You thoroughly wreck this place enough for it to be just a science facility that's busted. No traces of whatever they were doing left. Maybe a couple of bodies left, but those could easily be just scientists or something, not victims. Yeah, I think with that though, it seems like upstairs the fighting has primarily stopped. They haven't quite hopped down yet because I don't think they know that this is anything other than a void. So you have a moment before they find out that before they jump down here to maybe escape or do something else. I don't know.
Do we want to play dumb, or shall we make our getaway?
I think we should probably get out.
Yeah, let's call up Kicks and get out of here.
Sweet. You call up Kicks. He's like, "Alright, cool." The nice thing is that, like I said earlier, the ceiling or the ground or whatever is kind of glass-like. So if with enough pressure and force, you can just direct it into a single spot and just blow right through.
Nice.
So that's not very hard for you. Do you want to be noticed as you leave? Or are you trying to be stealthy?
Our mechs are
Probably
just, like,
not.
flipping them off.
Because you can do this quietly. I'm sure you can.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would have you guys roll like some sort of stealth thing. Maybe not as a group because that didn't work great last time. But let's do it separately. I don't know. Chix tells you that he's ready to go.
This is a mech roll, right?
Yeah, if you're trying to be quiet in your mechs. Yeah.
Risky, standard. 6.
Nice. You love to see it.
Easy.
I want to see ya in IKEA. Let's go. Are we all doing it, or is just one of you trying to be quiet?
I guess we should probably
Yeah,
all
we
be
should
quiet.
all.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice. 6 and a 1.
and a
Both
1.
sides. All right.
Now we just need a 3.
No, I threes are what I excel at.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's get all across the board.
I have some. Wait, where's my fucking? Oh, okay.
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 There's a success. You'll love to see it.
2 successes and 1 failure so far.
Ready for?
You know, I said threes are what I excel at, and 5, 2, it kind of averages out.
3.
Great.
3.
There it is.
Hey. There you go. 2 successes and 2 fails. But halvesies. You'll love to
Very
see
average.
it. Yeah. Evens out, huh? 2 of you get out quite quietly, in fact. Surprisingly, for one of you, who seems to be really good at making a lot of noise. But 2 of you make it into the ship quietly and easily. You know what are these guys called? The Mace Arc. I think as you guys like rise out of the facility, you notice that they are like doing the last dregs of fighting these guys. Like they're one of the creep machines is like taking the head of the brute, twisting it off and yanking it. It's just kind of like, making sure that they're really dead kind of stuff. And then as the Coco Bop and the Overseeker begin to rise, both of the flying ones, funny enough.
Of course.
Both of the flying ones rise out, and they're just at the tail end of the group that one of the creeps, after tearing this brute's head off, like very brutally, might I say, catches the flashing lights and ads on the Coco Bop. In the corner of its eye, it looks over and it's like, they're leaving, aren't they? But they don't get a chance to do anything because you guys are already rising into the air and making your way into your ship, flying off. But they have, at the very least, spotted you fucking leaving them there all alone.
It's fine.
Fine, we found nothing.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's just some pipes. It's fine.
Yeah, Rio, if they contact you, just tell them we found nothing and we were very disappointed. We just left.
And also
That
that we were
sounds like-
dying after the fight.
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Now, when they ask why my combat abilities were not exactly what I said they were,
You're gonna have to explain that yourself.
Yeah, that's all on you.
I don't know. I
You
feel like
can
we could
just
work. I
fly.
feel like we could. I feel like we could work as a team and come up with something really elaborate. Cover my ass.
Day you were sick or whatever.
This is not your day, you know?
I
Well,
don't
then
know
you-
how well that flies with the collective, but I'll
Tell them you had some like really bad pizza or something. And it gave you food poisoning.
I
Because
had
maybe on the
pepperoni on my
burger.
pizza. Dude.
We don't
I
know
knew it.
what was in there.
I knew I should have just gotten the standard pineapple. Fuck.
Yeah.
See, that's
No
what you get
cheese,
for
only
eating the
pineapple.
pepperoni, man.
That shit's nasty. It should not go on a pizza.
Look, this guy told me pepperoni is like all like seasoned and shit, but it was just rancid.
Literally
I'm-
just had that for lunch.
Should have gotten pineapple.
I'm sure they'll understand if you tell them you had pepperoni pizza.
It's a universal thing. It's not just a EXO thing. Pepperoni pizza is trash. Yeah, you guys head out with your newfound technology and stuff. You make your way back to your base with a little busted up, but hopefully not too bad. Yeah. Let me move back to the landing page.
None of the characters are messed up.
Our mechs are.
The mechs
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Mine was messed up before this, so it's not.
Nothing's
There's
changed.
no problem here. Yeah, I'm the only one
Um,
that needs fixing.
Okay. Reward because you get stuff now. You know, reward process. Wait, I just saw it. Boom. Okay. So it looks like when you return back home with your mechs and all of your things, you have completed the mission. There's no part where it says. I mean, you take what you can find, and you kept it out of the hands of your enemies, who are now for sure your enemies.
This is
So
fine.
you know.
Kept it out of everyone's hand.
And Suho, I think when you eventually meet up back with him and like you show him what you found, if you do at all,
Do we want to show him everything?
certainly don't have to.
The tubes and
I don't
the
think
random
he needs to
people
know
and
everything. You know, he just needs to know that we got the job done and we met our objectives. And anything else, I say that goes directly into our pockets.
Yeah, bare minimum. You'll love it.
Look,
So
the
what about-
contract says this. Anything else is superfluous.
I mean, yeah, the mission brief objective doesn't necessarily say we have to turn
Look,
over whatever we find.
If
It
we
just
bring
says
in extra
take what
stuff,
you find.
we're not getting paid extra. We're just losing the extra.
Yeah, there's nothing that says give what we find. It just says take what we find. If you don't want to give any of this,
He took all the things. Perhaps it may be useful for him to analyze the tubes. He does work in
I mean,
blood stuff.
Tube
But-
stuff.
maybe
The papers, perhaps, can stay on our end.
We want them to try to help us figure out FTL transportation, or do we just keep that to ourselves?
Something you guys do know about FTL is that it's been studied many times and it's never worked.
Yeah. We can probably keep that to ourselves. Maybe we can take a stab at it, but
Hand over the tubes.
tubes.
Accumulate secrets, apparently.
Yes. Us, assassins, also us. Just collect secrets.
Secrets are good for assassins.
Doesn't particularly matter too much to me, so if you guys want to withhold stuff, that's fine by me.
Sweet.
I
So
guess
are you-
keeping all the
okay.
research notes
We'll give him
and
tubes.
then handing over the equipment.
Okay. Sure, yeah. He will gladly take this weird equipment and he will say, wow, this stuff sure looks old. It looks like, I mean, I'm no expert on history and stuff, but I know a little bit. It looks like it could be thousands of years old. Really weird. Anyways, I'm gonna take some of this stuff back to my office, see if I can get some more information out on it, and the rest of it is going on the market. And a pretty penny out of that one. Thanks so much, guys.
Problem.
And let me get you your end of mission benefits. Mission was successful, so you take a supply roll and you also get +2 material, which is good and fun. And some other stuff too, which I have to like actually look at because this is confusing to me. Okay.
I will be right back.
Okay. So before we start with the downtime stuff, you all get a free upkeep downtime activity. So you can remove all level 1 harm and level 1 damage with this. But if you want to do more than that, then you'll have to spend material. But you can always do that at another time, I think, too.
Is that only for us, or is that for our mix too?
Both.
Both? Nice.
So you get, yeah, you can remove level 1 harm and all level 1 damage.
No more
For a
spike
free
poke.
upkeep. Yeah. But anything worse than that, you're going to have to do for another thing. I don't think anybody furthered their drive on this mission. So you don't have to do any of that. You get rep. The squad earns 2 rep. The mission target was higher tier than the squad. They were. So that's, wow. Per tier higher. Okay, so 2, 4. Per tier lower. Nope. Completely hidden. It was not. Okay, so you get 4 rep from that. And then for your stuff, roll dice equal to the target's tier. Okay.
How much
2.
rep did we get last?
I think it
4?
was only 2, because the squad wasn't higher tier than you. They were the same. And
Okay.
you were definitely seen.
That's true.
Did anyone
So,
like
yeah.
super fuck up their mech this time? Does anyone actually need to spend activities? Like,
Yeah, I think Rios is pretty bad.
okay, then you can do it this time, and I'll keep going with mine like next session.
Do you get quirks just back automatically, or do you need to do things?
I think you need to do things.
Yeah, I think if you take the upkeep downtime activity, it refreshes. They all do. I'll have to double check. Yeah, so I just need to roll dice equal to the target's tier, the employer's faction relationship. Okay, that's fine. So just
Using words, blah blah blah.
D6. Nice. So you guys need to split up 10 supply points into material and personnel.
5 and 5.
5 and
Yeah,
5.
that works.
And remember, you guys can use these points to give yourself more die if you're rolling for like a long-term project or for healing or fixing things. That's what they're for. Just so they don't just sit around and collect.
Are we keeping track of all this somewhere?
I have it on the sheet, on the squad sheet.
Crew sheet.
Yeah. So that's 7 and 8. So you guys got a ton of stuff that you can use if you want extra die.
And then we got the corporatocracy thing.
Yep, that's added on. Oh, no, you're right. It should be 12. Do you guys want to do 6 and 6 then?
6 and 6.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. You really need to start spending these.
We have 8 and 9.
Okay. So if you guys have done your free upkeep already to remove your level 1 harm and
Yep.
any level 1 damage, then we can start with regular downtime stuff.
So free upkeep also refreshes quirks?
I don't think so.
So
I think
for
you would have
quirks,
to
you need
actually
like
do
a
the.
separate downtime activity for.
I think you would.
Okay.
Probably.
So yeah, I don't have any stress or damage or anything, so I might just need to.
Oh wow, I didn't actually see this before. When you do the fix downtime activity, so that's when you want to fix your vehicle, you roll engineer, but it costs 2 stress to repair if you don't have the workshop upgrade, which you would get at a level.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
Stress. Gross.
Wait, so you gotta fix to get your quirks back, or is fix for harm?
Fixes for damage. I gotta know where the quirk stuff is. Why is that not in here? Because it doesn't seem like you'd spend. I think maybe I don't fucking know. This is not easy to navigate, you guys.
I'm
telling
control effing quirks,
yeah.
and it shows up.
That's literally
73
what I
times.
keep doing, and I'm like, oh, there's so many of them.
Shows up 73 times.
All
Please
the
just
quirks.
tell me how you refresh your quirks. Enhance.
I'm like reading through this block of text and it's just not
Nothing. It's just nothing.
Yeah.
Just give me the
Okay,
bullet points, please.
there's an upkeep thing.
There it is.
To clear
Spend at
quirk
least
boxes
1
on
material and roll that
vehicles,
many
then-
dice.
So you do have to roll to see how many.
So they are so not fucking clear about this shit. So the free upkeep, I guess you do have to roll and spend material to get that number of quirks back.
Yeah, didn't we say before that, or last time we played, we said we don't need to expend any materials for like the
That's for like regular
free
downtime actions.
activities, but then if you want to do further,
So
you have to
that's for
expend?
regular downtime activities. Usually material and personnel, you would use that stuff to give yourself extra dice or better effect or something. But I guess fucking for this, I guess because this is a free activity, they still want you to spend.
So there's a free activity outside of the downtime activities.
Yes, this begins. You do a free upkeep before we start any downtime, and this upkeep, it's free to clear your level 1 harm and level 1 damage. But if you want to refresh your quirks during this, then you have to spend a material. Or you can do that to just do it at another time. I think either way, you would have to spend material to do it.
If I just work like on my breakdown clock, do I have to spend stuff for like one of my activities, not the free one?
Note that the pilot whose vehicle is being repaired spends the downtime activity, not the repair, blah, blah, blah. You could spend 1 downtime activity to have a squad mate roll engineer to fix your damaged vehicle. Okay, that doesn't fucking help me. Whenever the vehicle suffers any new damage, clear. Oh my god. Why? Tell me what this means.
They made downtime so complicated.
They did.
You know what? I think maybe we should not like commit to reading one section of the downtime stuff. So someone knows what's going on and can explain to everyone else.
I know. That would be really helpful.
Seems entirely unnecessary.
Yeah, it's definitely, there's a lot of going back and
Since
forth.
I'm the one that has the most busted up vehicle, I'll just read that on my own at some point. If you want, we can just like skip it for now and do like I'll just do like my code loose for my stress.
Yeah, we can also just do like kind of standard like Blades in the Dark stuff if this is too confusing for you guys for right now. You can just like roll to like how we would do healing if you want, and just like roll dice, excuse me, equal to like, or just like roll engineer and go with that until we figure out how this works too. I'm not like
Yeah.
super concerned. You guys got pretty busted up, so I'm not like trying to kill you. Maybe.
Oh, it's fine. It's just like
Possibly.
there's a lot to digest for
There
the
is.
rules. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just read up on the vehicle stuff since I'm the one that's gonna be using those, but later.
Yeah.
Someone
I'll
can read
I'll save
and
that.
then explain it to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can just shortcut it for now. I'm not really concerned about it, about being 100% perfect all the time.
This is fine.
It's already confusing enough. So, if you've done your free thing already, we can go down the list, I guess.
Free
With-
upkeep.
Yes. Free upkeep, you clear any harm or level 1 harm and damage, but you would have to use material if you want to refresh quirks. And you would roll a die for that.
Yeah, I guess I might as well for the quirks.
So you would roll however many material you're spending, you would roll a die for each of those, and then just take the highest number.
Okay, so just the d6.
Yeah.
I'll just use 1 for now.
Okay.
So I need 2 quirks back. A 3. So
There you go. Got it back.
okay,
That brings you guys down to 7 material. Still a lot. You can do a lot of things with those. If anybody else wants to roll for free upkeep, you can do that now. Or we can move on.
Where was that like little graph shortcut? Okay, there it is.
I guess we'll move on since no one's hopping on the upkeep.
Yeah,
dice
I'm only
rolling.
missing one
I-
quirk, so I feel like using material
Yeah,
for it
I'm,
would
I'm
be a waste.
missing one quirk, and I have quite a bit of damage. I need to fix all that shit.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
right, we'll go down.
you can do the fixing. I'll
You
keep
guys can
my
also
fix
like
later.
help each other fix things too. That's not like a problem. Like you can have like someone who's better at engineering roll it for
I
you.
will do that, but I don't have engineer. He's the one
You
that
wanna
has
have
engineer.
Oh, he does. Well, then he can do it for everybody else.
Yeah. That's why I'm
Guys,
willing
everybody
to do
line
it.
up. I'm gonna fix everybody's robots.
I have engineer too, so I can help.
While we're at it,
I
I'm
w-
gonna steal the schematics for your robot and insert it into my brain.
I work on
Please.
software only. Sorry.
Flash cannon.
Except for Squid Boy over there, I think that robot would take over my brain.
Flash cannon.
Yes.
All right, let's go down the list because we got a lot to get through. Ward. First one.
Okay. Surprisingly enough, free upkeep takes care of all of my troubles. Because I only had a level 1 harm, and I don't have any stress.
Incredible.
So
You're just good.
let's
Who's the
Yes
baby?
or yes?
I could do
Oh, yes.
Someone's singing. What is that?
I'm gonna start singing because I know the words.
please. What would I roll for that stuff that we got last session to like decipher?
Oh yeah, that would be a you would have to start like a long-term project for that. I'm gonna say it's 6 steps. And I mean like you can do whatever stat you think would work best for that.
I don't suppose I can engineer to see if I can something
First,
cipher.
So
Because
who's
is this
twisting? 'Cause
is
it's not
this
me.
It's not me.
yeah, it's
is
not
this
me.
Stop. You're
A-
twicing.
technological cipher?
I always support twisting, but
It's actually not a technological cipher. It's not like a code or anything. It's actually like hand done.
And
So you would have to do it like manually, I think.
manually.
Mm-hmm.
I only have engineer.
Hey, engineer.
Who's blasting twice in the theater? Stop playing their music.
I mean, it's probably like Hana.
Look,
Yeah, I mean, who else?
I know in
No,
the
she's not
future,
playing it because they're her rival.
Oh
Amazing.
no, you're rivals like you should be
Wait.
besties.
Twice are still active in 6,000 years. This is great.
Nice.
Amazing.
They're on their like 500th album.
Oh, perfect.
Somehow still
And
alive.
it's probably Nick's just blasting it.
None of my money has like gone to like my like descendants. They've all just gone to twice.
That's your inheritance this
Amazing.
twice.
Can I roll a survey to see if I can find someone who can help with a physical cipher?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Let's see. Inky survey. Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, you could always pop a material or a personnel in there if you want.
Ooh, actually.
Roll another die.
Yes, I will do that. Personnel. Yeah, worth
Boom,
it.
look at that. Look at that, look at that.
Nice.
All right, that brings you guys down to 8 personnel. You love to see it. Use that shit. It's good for you. See, now I gotta look up long-term projects. I remember how it works, but I almost don't. Long-term. Oh, ooh, okay. Going right to the section. You'll have to see. All right, so you got a 5. That means 2 segments out of 6 are filled in. You find someone. I'm actually gonna have this be a group thing, just so anybody can work on it whenever they can. So I'm just gonna leave it up here.
Okay.
Just because I know that you guys have a bunch of shit you gotta do. So whenever you have time, you can do this. Decipher the cipher. See.
Cipherception.
I for the stuff. Okay.
Why is this not? Oh, there we go. Okay. So you find someone in town actually who runs a business about codes because you need that in if you can sell it, then it's here on Oasis somehow. He runs a business in codes. It's kind of like I think he's like an old guy, a human guy. He kind of looks like his shop looks like a watchmaker's shop. And you float in and show him this strange hand done cipher, and he's like, this is very old technique. I need to. It will take me some time, but I think I can get a chunk of this done. And so you deliver it off to him, and he makes some pretty decent progress on it. He's
Nice.
gotten a couple letters figured out, I think.
Perfect. Any progress is good.
Yeah. Right. Cool. All right. If that's your first one, then we can move on to Rio. You got some
Alrighty.
stuff to do.
Yeah, I've got to sort out my entire fucking life.
That was me last session.
Yeah,
Welcome.
yeah. All right. I'm just gonna engineer everything.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to use material too if you want to get extra die.
So
this is
roll an
similar. I think this is similar to healing, where you would be filling up a clock. Yeah.
So I
So-
just roll healing on my
You would roll
Mech sheet.
engineer. So roll engineer. Yeah.
engineer.
Mhm.
All right. I got this. I got this.
You got this, bruh. All right, so that fills 3 segments of your
When you
men
guys all
block.
got my resume and it said ace on it, and you were like, "Oh, this guy's gonna be great on the battlefield," and it turns out I'm actually just an engineer.
He's just great as a
Please.
mechanic. That's what he is. So that fills 3 ticks of your.
Fake it till you make it, or you die.
All right. So I think your clock is either almost done, probably. You got 3 ticks. At a 4 or something. Sweet. You love to see it. Okay. And also, just so you guys know, if you ever want like an extra downtime action, if you feel like you're really pushing it, then you can spend material and personnel to get another one. That is no problem. But we will move on to Nyx. Got some stuff you want to do too?
That is me. I need to. Well, first I need to work on my long-term project for the busted mech.
Yeah.
So what do I roll for that again? Wait, no, I will go help Rio.
Yeah, make him roll for
Help, please. Engineer the fuck out of this thing.
you.
You fix this for me, I fix something for you. Hello, Rio?
Oh yes.
He's asleep.
I'm not asleep.
Rio, wake up.
I'm awake.
He was talking to the whatever the fuck is living in his brain.
Yeah, he's talking to his friends.
I was answering some emails, and my red tooth was slowing down. So
That's
took a
what
while to
happens when you use-
transmit them, and everything got like
Yeah, see,
cross-wired.
I can help you fix that.
Can you?
I should be able to help you get a little faster at least.
Make it green tooth.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've been hearing about this green tooth that they're
Green means
rolling
go.
out.
Yeah.
Fast. It's 5G.
Can you engineer for me?
Yeah. I can engineer for you. JK, I can't.
Cool. That still gets you some stuff though.
Still progress.
You fill a single segment on your
Look,
clock.
guys, I can engineer once a day between the hours of 5 and 6.
Oh, look
Very
at 7.
short window.
Yeah, God, you're
It's
about
a very
time.
short window, yeah. It's just enough
Well-
time for me to engineer myself.
Fine, we'll try again next week.
You still got one tick though, so it
in
ain't
the
that
off
fun.
chance I go into a fight and I don't nearly kill myself, I could probably squeeze one of you guys in.
Thank you.
All right. Next up, Tana. You got shit you want to do?
So we have 3 downtime actions, right?
Yeah, I guess so much. Or more if you want to spend money.
I'll spend 1 downtime action with the cipher,
Okay.
and then I'll use a personnel to get an extra dice.
Sweet, go crazy.
I'll study the cipher.
Yeah. Go look at those numbers and letters and symbols and shit.
5.
Crank that 5. That gets you 2 seconds. Sweet. Getting closer. Some words seem to be showing up. They a lot of the words that are making sense right now are just like the little ones like the and is. But it's not total phooey anymore. I think what you do notice though is that it's odd. I think you find there are parts where like whatever it is they like typed out the Unicode for a black box in a series of them as like a way to redact something. So some words are jumbled still, but there are these big sections that you have already deciphered that are just like black boxes.
That are just redacted.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Interesting.
So great, you're getting close. You love to see it.
If we get another 5
Or 6.
or 6.
Complete your drive in session 2. Ruin everyone's day.
Yeah.
I
All
might.
right.
I for my drive, I have 1 tick left.
God, please, I'm not ready. Well, I mean, it'd be fine if
Not
you like.
allowed.
If it'd be fine if you finish the cipher and your drive at like the same
Same session.
period, I would be okay with that. That would just make this campaign too white short, but it's fine. I'm
Might
okay with
happen
that.
this session, maybe.
It might, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. It's all how the narrative goes. It's all how the cookie crumbles. Let's bring it back up to Tess or to Ward.
Speaking of drive,
Oh, let's do it.
let's roll that drive clock.
Let's do it.
This is just a d6, right? Or am I
I
rolling a
believe you
stat?
roll a stat for this because it's a long-term project to find your enemy.
I guess I will roll a survey.
Yeah, so last time you picked up, you chatted with a couple other tests.
Yes.
And you found maybe some possible locations where you could have some deserters.
Survey.
Rice. That is
Okay.
a 1, I believe. You get 1 tick.
I'll take
Yep.
that.
How do you go about surveying? Are you just asking more tests, or are you actually going out?
I think this time, since I went around and since I just asked last time, I think this time I'll actually float around and see if I can see anything.
Yeah, I think by surveying, you kind of bump into a couple of people, and some of them are surprised. They're like, "Oh, there's Tess here. That's so funny. I just saw one of you guys a couple days ago. They didn't look like that they were part of your, uh, you know, whatever you are. They said I, which is weird, but whatever. And like you find a guy in your surveying, and he kind of tells you about this, like this test that that talks about themselves in the first person, and they give you like a very kind of sketchy, vague like whereabouts. I think they're like a regular at a bar. Did test drink.
Okay.
Or
Something.
something, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, what's that clock look like right now? How many you got left?
3 ticks left.
Okay, great, cool. All right, you're getting there. Okay, all right. Rio, do you have more things you want to do?
I mean, I guess I could keep engineering.
Yeah. And get rid of this nasty stuff. Go crazy. Feel free to give yourself more dice if you feel like you need to.
Hey guys, the
do
window
not.
opened again.
It's 5 to 6 now.
Please.
You just
Happy
not
hour.
want to help me.
5 to 6, except only for himself.
This is so funny.
People have just said no.
You're good then, right? That fills up your
Yeah.
clock, so you remove
So-
your level 2s.
Yes. No, I've still got 2 level 1s.
Those should be gone.
Okay.
At the
The
very
free
beginning of
upkeep
downtime.
thing.
Those are gone. Yeah. So you should be good.
So do I have my expended cork back?
No, you would have had to have spent material in the free upkeep before downtime.
It's okay. Having
You got that
aggressive targeters wasn't all that effective anyway.
they're a little too aggressive to be targeting. Great. Okay. Your mech looks shiny and new. Every 5 to 6 time of the day. Nyx, do you want to go give it a whirl again?
Might
I
as
can
well.
try to
Like,
roll
wait,
for you if
first,
you'd like.
Yeah, you can ask for this time.
yeah. Okay. Well, he just rolled engineer, so I'm gonna
Yeah, so the
go
window's
loose.
closed and I can't help you. I'm sorry.
I am gonna go loose with Rio in an attempt to discuss what's wrong with my vehicle and maybe see if he can help out better next time. Just so he doesn't have to roll twice in a row, because I feel like that fucks up my chances.
Yeah, go crazy.
Oh, yeah, I'll invite you out for dinner. I don't fucking know. And I just spent the whole time talking about what exactly I think is wrong with my vehicle. So you see, it's not that. I mean, it's pretty fucked up. I know it's pretty fucked up, and I can't fix it. I mean, I can do some minor things, but I am not an engineer. I just do coding and stuff. I can actually make you go faster, Toad. That is that thing that I can do. Are you gonna help me? Come on.
Rio's busy eating.
Oh, I thought you would go into someone else. I mean, I can try, but you know, the window is rapidly closing.
I know, but
Oh,
oh my god!
I had 5
Wait.
minutes left in the window.
The way it doesn't count because you're cutting loose.
Yeah, she's cutting loose with you. Not
Can we like just keep that for like my third activity? Just
Sure, why not?
Amazing.
okay, thank you. I will roll my my actual
Yeah.
things now.
Oh, that cracks me up.
Okay, that's fine. I'm back to 1. That's good. Oh my god.
amazing.
And now you need to have another belief with Rio.
Okay.
All right, great. So there's both of yours done. So you're donezo unless you want to spend money for more. That brings us to Hana. Do you have more things you would like to do? I'm sure you have a million things that I'm not prepared for. This is a
Yeah,
lie.
I'll do my drive clock.
Okay,
my
great.
drive.
Great. Roll it. How are you driving your clock?
Walking your drive.
I guess
Well,
I'll do
get
sway,
into
except
the
this
clock.
time.
And you step on the pedal.
But it's a clock.
It's a clock car.
Clock car.
Clock car.
Clar. Cark.
Yeah, I think she's gonna try to do sway, except this time maybe try to talk her way into like some, I don't know, maybe like some place with like some more secret info or like more restricted information maybe.
Sure.
Let's see what happens. Another 6.
God, fucking stop.
Although I'm at 5 ticks, so
So it doesn't matter really.
yeah.
So beforehand you had like a star chart and you found a kind of general area of where you think this ship from your previous life was heading. And you got sort of like a general area, but you didn't quite figure out where exactly in known space it was heading. But it was definitely heading out of the direction of civilization, I guess, or at least populated systems. So taking that like general information, I think maybe you find yourself, what kind of place would you think would have this sort of information that you would think to go to?
Let's see. So this is like star chart information and like just information about space in general.
You would need to know information about sort of like the very border of known space, which, by the way, the general civilization populated area of the galaxy is only about a quarter of it. A quadrant, if I may, not to Star Trek or anything, but and you know that this ship was sort of heading in the direction in a space where it's not settled, sort of outside of the quadrant, or at least at the very border of it. So you would have to find someone or some people that would know about border space or unknown space, something like that.
Okay.
Some sort of like information technologies or
Yeah, maybe like someone from like she speaks to someone from her company or something who has friends or contacts in like higher up like researcher / scientist positions, and they sort
sure.
of like put her in contact with them.
Yeah. You God, me googling SM artists really fast to find the name. You find one of your uh co-artists who works in your company. She's a soloist. Her name is Joy. um, um, and she kind of has a little bit of a background in information technologies. She's like, yeah, I know a couple of guys who sort of like brokered in information. That's actually how I got this position here in your company in the first place, because I sort of weaseled my way in. Um, and she hands you like a business card of a guy. It's kind of like it's not, I say business card, but it's like in the business card shape, but she like wrote it down by hand because like, he's like kind of shady.
Oh yeah.
Um, and it's just like an address. And if you go to that address, it's like inside of like an alley and an alley and an alley between a bunch of buildings. And at the very end of this like zigzagging alley, there's like one door, and if you knock on it, he like slides open one of those little um, like peephole doorway things. It's just a couple.
Like one of those windows.
Yeah, but like you don't see eyes. It's just kind of it's head without features. It's a scoose.
Oh.
So it's just he actually like what he does is he like sticks a ear hole instead of eyes because he doesn't have any. And from below he's like, "Who are you? What do you want?"
Hello. I believe you know someone named Joy. She sent me here. She said I could get some help, some information from you.
Yes. If you know Joy, then you're a friend of mine. And he like, shuts the sliding thing again, and he like goes through. You like hear him going through a bunch of locks, so padlocks and like sliding locks and all this other junk. And then he opens the door and he creaks it open, and the place is pitch black. But you can see him. He's this really long, gangly guy, just like I said how they looked before. But he's just wearing like a Hawaiian shirt and some like jeans. So he's just
Nice.
kind of like a guy. And if you head inside, it's a dark place. He doesn't need light because he can't see, or he doesn't need to necessarily. So there's no lights in here. But there are a lot of like, it's yeah, you guys probably haven't seen the X-Files episode that I'm thinking of, but there's these two guys in X-Files who are like conspiracy theorists, and they like have like this room that they like live in that's like has all these computers and like wacky technologies and like fucking tinfoil hats. And it kind of looks like that, except that there's no lights on. And he sits you down at like on his couch, a very crusty couch. You can feel every spring. And he makes you a cup of coffee, and he sits down beside you, and he says, "What kind of information are you looking for?"
I am currently in the midst of trying to track down where a certain ship may have gone. And I'll sort of tell him like the general, I'll show him like the star maps that I sort of have and like that I've taken notes on, of like the system where they once were and sort of, and it like their sort of trajectory. that sort of seems to be like leaving any of the known habitats, and I'll sort of fill him in on everything regarding that. It's like,
Okay.
I was wondering if you could help in terms of helping me figure out where they may be going.
I see. And he like breathes. He breathes in a big sigh, but his nose holes are like right below his chin.
It's chin.
It's like
Do
his
you
whole
have a
face,
Do you have a
except it just
picture
kind
of
of
these dudes?
moves down. I sort of do, but I like modified it. The picture that I am taking inspiration from is quite a bit nastier than I think than these guys actually are. I don't actually know if I saved it. I don't think I did. Nope. I'm sure I'll find another one. But he's a guy. He's got nose holes and ear holes.
Wearing a Hawaiian
Big,
outfit.
big fucking. His mouth is like where your head meets your neck, and it just starts there, and it goes from ear to ear.
Oh, that's creepy.
That's
Yeah,
really
he just
creepy.
talks from down there. It's kind of like you take your whole face and you just kind of push it down
Move it
past the
down.
face and onto the chin and neck. It's like a like a texture in a game. um, he like twiddles his thumbs and takes a big deep breath and he says, "That part of known space, or sorry, I should say border space, isn't known. Well, I have a hunch that it isn't known for a reason. There's let me show you this." And he gets up from the couch, and he like goes over from a couple files, and he like flips through things, and he like gets his head like right up close to them so he can like hear which paper he's trying to get. And he pulled out the right one. And he comes back over to you, and he shows you this piece of paper. It's like a redacted sort of like military top secret document. And on it, all these things are redacted. But what you can read is that there's a system out in the exact space that you're thinking of, or that you have been pointed to, that has been quarantined off by, it's like agreed upon by all the factions to never go here. And it's there's very little information on it that you can find that is actually legible and not blacked out. But you do get a very specific location of this star system on the very edge of known space that for the people that you're looking for, it would make sense that they would go somewhere where no one is or should be going. There's something about, in this paper, there's something about things happening to people when they go here. And things happening to people as in they change, and it's not just humans, it's tests and it's lichens and it's scoos, and they're not sure what happens exactly when these people change, if it's just mental or if it's physical too. But it makes sense for your past organization to want to find out. Because if it means getting them more physical power in any way, then they'll want to do it. And that's like this what this guy, he gives you a whole rundown about this. And he's like, listen, I'm not saying that this is like, I mean, this is just what I could gather from redacted documents, but really, and he like puts on his tinfoil hat for a second. He says, I think the system grants you superpowers. I really think it does. There's something there that makes you crazy cool. And I think they're hiding it from us because they want it all for themselves, the military. I'm telling you.
Honestly, that would not be the most surprising thing I've ever heard, but really, thank you. This means so much to me. if I can ever repay you in any way, just let me know. But I really needed this. Thank you so much.
Of course, no problem. And hey, tell Joy I said hi. And she owes me a slice of pizza
Of course. I'll
with
make sure she
pepperoni.
knows. I just sort of pause for a
He gives you like this creepy ass smile.
pepperoni. Okay.
Yeah,
Did
you
I
know
learn
it.
this guy's name?
You didn't. He never told you.
And Joy didn't tell me his name.
She didn't. He probably would have told you though. You know what? Because I didn't know the name for this guy. His name is Key. Key.
Key.
Key.
Key.
Like the. Wow, is this Key?
No, I don't. Okay.
Oh my god.
Except he's a weird alien man with his face like on his chin.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's Key. He's a great singer though. Just gorgeous. Yeah, so there's that. That finishing that long-term project gives you a tick on your drive clock. I think.
Like my overall drive clock.
Yeah.
I guess would be.
'Cause it's only 4 ticks for
and
your
the
overall.
Syndicate.
Yeah, whatever you said your regular drive was.
Yeah.
So your project was finding out where they took like the kids. Right?
I think I made it rescue the kids, but it should probably be find out where the kids are.
Yeah, I think rescue the kids would be
And then
a
rescue
little
the
bit of a
kids would
longer.
be.
Yeah, that can be your next project.
Yeah, and then the overall drive is probably
Whatever you.
the whatever.
Yeah.
And then so rescuing the kids is another project, or is that going to be a?
I'll have to figure out. It's probably going to be a mission. But that might be like attached
Yeah,
onto something else at the same time.
Like
so
later on down the line.
yeah.
So I will just not make a clock for this.
Yeah, well, you would make the clock when you started anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, well, look at that. You got a tick, and you'll keep going.
Yeah.
You're getting somewhere. You know where they are now, at least.
I know where they are.
Great. Okay, that brings us back to the final round of stuff to do. Ward. Got one more thing you want to do?
Okay. Let's try and do some more drive clock stuff.
Sweet.
This time, can I use engineer to try and tap into like the security camera system in town?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Nice. Let's see if I can.
Well, what's your engineering window?
All day long, baby.
Yeah.
Dang.
Wow. Okay.
So some people are motivated.
I like engineering things.
All right, that gives you one more tick on your clock. You have 2 more after this?
Yep.
Okay. So you're you do hacker voice I'm in.
Yeah.
And you have like a bunch of screens up of the general area of where this test was supposedly located. And I think you get like maybe a past few days of like security footage, and you take a while to just run through all of it, see if you find anything specific. You might even have like a program or something that like you made so it like stops the camera if something weird shows up. And you do eventually find a shadow of something. I think it's in leaving the bar that this guy told you about, bar name generator. The ultimate bar naming generator. Excellent. Yeah, this bar is called not that. The this bar that this test seems to frequent is called the Proud Vibes Tap Room.
Proud vibes.
Proud
Room.
Vibes.
Okay.
Wow, that's really a generator. Vibes fitting. We love vibes in this house. And you spot it once or twice leaving and then entering this bar. It's hard to discern for a second because it almost doesn't like look like what you know Tess to look like. It has a lot of from the fuzzy like CCTV cams. It looks, I don't know, augmented with something. A lot of something, actually. It's actually hard to like place its organic pieces from these fuzzy images of this Tess. But I think after a while, you sort of going through various days of footage and this exact time, you start to notice that there is a pattern of this Tess coming in and out and in and out of this bar, and it seems to happen every Friday night at only like 5 to 6 engineering
Please.
time.
Engineering time only.
Yeah.
And that's the only time that this Tess seems to show up. But yeah, you got a sort of a fuzzy image of this guy.
Okay.
Amazing.
They're showing up.
We are concerned, but engineering
Guys,
time.
I'm expanding office hours for engineering.
Really?
Yeah, I'm putting in an extra half hour on either end, so it's gonna be 4:30 to 6:30 now.
Okay,
Amazing.
okay. Wow. All right, that brings us to Rio. Final downtime of the session. What do you got going on?
Oh, I spent the entire downtime putting up that sign for my new office hours.
Oof, oof. A roll engineer for me to make sure that neon works.
What do I want to do?
Do you have a drive yet?
Yeah. I want to find out. I want to find the mob boss that ordered his goons to beat my ass into the dirt, so much so that I am now part robot.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna see. I guess I should start with research. So I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just,
So
like.
do like a start like a long-term project kind of thing.
Yeah. What does interface do again?
That's like working with computers directly.
All right. I'm gonna.
Finding like data and stuff.
Yeah. I'm gonna plug myself into a supercomputer and just be like, yeah, I'm gonna need to pull up everything on organized crime in the what fucking system am I from?
Euphoria, right?
Yeah, sure, that one. I'm gonna need to pull up everything on organized crime in that system.
Okay. Yeah, make yourself a long-term project 6-step clock. And then roll your interface for this. Don't be afraid to use material or personnel if you want to. I would say material for this if you want to give yourself extra die. Call?
Yes, I would use that.
Okay. Just you can use one material. Nice. All right. You plug yourself in, and there's a couple of guys on the other end, and they're like, "Hey, Rio, what's up, dude? It's been a while since you plugged in."
Yeah, it's been a while. I was hoping you guys could hook me up with some information.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. You come to the right place, you know?
So remember when I joined up with you guys because a bunch of guys broke my face in like 50 different places?
For sure. And like all these guys that are talking, like every
I'm
time,
totally
every
committed to your cause. I just want to shoot this guy in the face first.
Okay, yeah, we love revenge in this house, you know. We support you, and like every single time a new person, like it's always a new voice, whatever they talk back to you, because there's like a billion people. And they're like, yeah. Who you said you're looking for those mob guys?
I didn't get which group they were with. So I'm just trying to find out who operates out of that star system.
Yeah. Well, oh, let's see. We're gonna take a look real quick, and then there's kind of a pause. There's maybe like dial-up sounds for a second as they like turn their brains together. And they're like, we don't have a whole lot of information on Aporia and how they work exactly because they're like different. They're like they don't like hook in with us. We don't know all their information, but we did find that there's this one guy who's from Aporia in Nor now. He's like mostly robot, and that guy is friends with another guy who's also in Nor, who studied abroad in Aporia, on like a visa. And he said that he ran into a couple of guys that were definitely part of a mob, actually on the planet, underwater, because that's like Aporia is like a Saboteur is like a water world. And they were like, this shit's crazy. But we definitely like I'm like getting a vibe that like I think we know where these guys are located. We don't know exactly like who they are yet, We got like a spot, kind of like in Atlantis, a little area under the sea.
I think that could work. Hey, Atlantis. They found that city, right?
Yeah, they found it like 8 times.
How'd they find it 8 times?
Well, there's like 8 of them.
Huh.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, see, I fell asleep in history class after the first time.
Yeah, well, there's kind of, I mean, after the first one, they get a little boring and they're all kind of the same.
Man, those people back in the day were stupid.
They really were, man. They didn't even have 8G. They had 5G. Worst.
I mean,
don't know, it's so slow.
you can't do anything in 5G.
Exactly.
I flipped through the records and it was like 10 minutes to download a movie.
I know. Those gigabytes, man. Anyways, man, listen, I got this. I'll send you the information about on this city, and maybe you can call up some other guys. I'm sure that they know a lot about like urban planning or whatever, and get you like people who live there and like what sort of the underground looks like. We'll find that guy for you. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
Great, sounds good. All right, great. Okay, so on a 6, your 6-step clock fills up 3 segments. So you're about halfway through that long-term project right now. And Nix, you used your 3rd one already, right? With that 6 that you rolled for engineering. So you're good, I think. Unless you want to like spend material or personnel to have another downtime action, that's fine. But if not, I'll just move on to Hana and get that last one in. So maybe so. All right, I'll just move on. Okay. Hana, what's your last thing you want to do?
Okay, so yeah, I have that long-term project done. The next thing to get the second tick will probably be like a mission or something at some point, so I'll save that for later.
Yep. Still have the cipher to do if you want to do that. There's only 2 ticks left.
And I guess I could. Yeah, okay. I'll save like the finding the leader stuff for later after we've rescued the kids. So, yeah, I will try to do the cipher. And I'll use another whatever it was personnel. For an extra dice.
Yeah, that's fine. You're using personnel? Is that what you said you were? Or
that's what it is,
material?
right? For like the
Whichever one you pick.
yeah, I'll use person.
Okay.
Study with an extra dice. 4.
I think that's enough.
That
Yep,
would
that's
be
enough to fill that out. So great. You'll have to see it. This is actually a really good time for this to get finished. Choose side, finish.
That was forever.
Okay, so what I will say that you can learn so there were 2 screens that you took information off of. I can say that you can learn one right now, and you'd have to take maybe another action to learn the other. So one screen was just a planet with information about stuff on the planet, like on the surface. And then another screen was the planet much smaller in the center, and then like notes on like one section of text per faction surrounding it. So notes on planet or notes on something else that seemed to do with factions.
Let's choose the faction stuff.
Okay. Interesting choice. Interesting choice. All right. Let me put this in a handout really quick. Serious note. No, it's going to be deciphered information, parentheses factions. Okay, that all stays. Do not judge my spelling here. So I did this in a different app. That doesn't check. Okay. Save changes. Yes, edit. All players. Save changes. Show to players. All right. Don't look at the word I spelled decipher wrong.
Okay.
This is the information that you find on that single
Tactic.
screen.
I see. Interesting.
Witness what you will.
Okay. All information on us. Interesting.
I have questions.
I can imagine you do.
Do I?
And we have no answers.
we will not have them anytime soon. I feel like.
Nope.
Okay, I am intrigued.
What in the world? Okay. Man, I keep like highlighting the black boxes, thinking I'm going to read them if I.
Nope.
These are
No, they're
not
actually.
Redacted.
I'm telling you, they're actually the Unicode boxes. I'm not doing this. So yeah, there's that. Go ahead and digest it.
There's the question mark,
We are
question mark, question
digesting.
mark, question mark, question mark person.
Yes.
Yeah.
You still have one more screen. I would say that would be like another
Like another
downtime action. I mean, you could always just spend material now to do it. I don't
Yes,
care.
do it.
but-
Yeah, sure.
it.
Yeah.
Worth.
Okay. Very cool.
Gotta figure out.
Give us all the
Not-
redacted
Give
lore.
us all the
I'm
lore.
not sure if this will answer any of your questions, but let's do it. D
Fine. Give us more questions. That still
Yeah,
works.
more questions.
information planet. Okay. All right. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. All right. So the things I'm kind of going to give you like these are like the most important bullet points that you can find from, what the fuck am I saying? like each of these like little points of information that point to various locations on the surface of this planet slowly rotating. Most of them are just kind of baloney, really. I mean, it's like most of them are like, there's a rock face here, or there's like this is a pole or something, or like here's what the magnetic field looks like. These are the ones in particular that were the most interesting, or at least the most noteworthy. You can see it.
Yeah.
Saboteur.
What is
Do not go here. Do not go here.
Do not go here. Do not go here. Let's go there, guys.
Time to
So
go
that-
there.
What David's been telling himself like for the past 2 days?
Excuse me?
Isn't this just you? Your Twitch?
Do not go here.
I'm sorry, we're playing a game here right now.
Anyways,
Wait, the Saboteur is another.
I am
The
very
Emporium.
Saboteur
excited.
is the Emporian homeworld. Jovengel 01 is the Jovengelian homeworld, and Oasis is the Exo homeworld.
Continental shelf.
Cranking out my I don't think this one. Sorry.
fine. I am very intrigued now. I want to know things.
You gotta wait. You know some fun stuff now, though.
True.
Can can you roll something that's kind of like an intelligence check? Like
Sure.
a study or something? A 4? Oh, 2. Ooh, never mind.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't think you make the connection.
Yeah.
We
It's
can.
cool though. It's cool.
Gonna wait.
Yeah, now you got all this junk.
This is a lot to
Enjoy.
think about.
Enjoy knowing that you're being spied on.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm glad that we ended on that note.
This is gonna be a lot
Good place
think
to
about
end.
for,
Good
like,
place to
2
end.
weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Really?
Enjoy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. There you have it.
Oh, that was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
That was a lot of fun. We had our first mech fight.
Yeah. And it went
Yeah,
pretty okay.
And we
we
killed
got
both
very
I mean, in
fucked
the
up,
end,
but also not really.
It was how I expected. I think mech fights are supposed to be that dangerous. So, yeah.
yeah, this is
Okay,
fine.
yeah.
It started out rough and then we
Yeah, let's-
finished strong.
All those dang
Yeah.
threes.
All the
You had to get
twos.
over that hump of threes.
Yeah. It was like rough with a couple hope spots, then rough again. And then it worked out. It's fine.
Yeah. Some close calls, like when you were dropped down to desperate, but
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
That was not fun.
You guys did
I
pretty
mean,
good.
it was, but
Yeah. Some clutch sixes right at the right times.
Yeah.
So it's
all
good.
right.
Yeah,
Well,
All right.
thank you for EMing for
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
of
Thanks,
course.
Eric. A lot of
Thanks.
fun.
All right.
All right.
Have a
See
good
you
night.
tomorrow night, guys.
Have a
Bye.
night. See you guys
Night.
tomorrow. Bye.
Roll better tomorrow.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Bye.
Yeah, good
Night.
night.